Welcome to the CrashOut.
Yo, man. We are back. Crash Out, episode 47, about to get extra lit. We got a nice, group of topics to go over. Should be a good time. I wasn't there last week because I was celebrating my birthday, but I'm here today. So, it's gonna be litty, man. You already know they call me Nano_Blaster, but you call me Nano. And looking forward to the show, man. Mr. Caleb, what's good?
Yo, what's good? It's Caleb Black Flash. You know what I'm saying? Big chillin'. The Speedstorm has gotten hit with a slowdown virus. All of my speed has been stolen by the anti-fucking Speed Force. I don't know, motherfucking know. But yeah. What's good? What's back? You know what I'm saying? Another episode. Still alive. But yeah, just chilling.
You said I'm still alive. He's still the Black Flash, guys.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Sammy, the one and only Afro Samurai. We back with another episode. Apparently, I didn't know it was episode 47, which is crazy. We are 3 episodes away now from 50. That's a good milestone. And we're 4 subscribers away from 100. Guys, the end of this month, we're doing an anniversary stream because the podcast would be 1 year old. Come on. Get us to 100. We're going to do something crazy, something big for the community. Sammy said it. I'm not lying. But yeah.
Aloha,
Sammy said once we hit 100, he gonna shuck and jive for the viewers.
Damn.
You want to see him shuck and jive?
You said SIMP? What? I'm a PIMP. Yo. How we all doing today? Absent, I see aloha. I'm your biggest fan. Absent is Sammy's biggest fan? Or do you mean Malik So Suave? His biggest fan.
That's crazy.
Hey, okay.
Not the alter ego.
Thinking with the groupies, man. I see you.
The groupies. Speaking of groupies, yo, we got a nice podcast ready for you guys. So, so without further ado, let's get it on the pop.
Angel, I forgot to ask you, where we get the image of the Winnie the Pooh track? Where we get that from?
I don't know. I was asking you because that shit looked like it's from Fortnite, to be honest.
I'm not gonna lie, Gameloft, you dropped the ball because if AI could do this, you got no excuse.
They probably just don't want to depend on the AI, man.
They could have made it themselves. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Let's get this intro popping. Absent departed. Hope y'all having a great night so far. I was playing Fortnite with Absent and departed before I went to the VC. So fun times. Angel plays Fortnite sometimes.
Fortnite.
No, they got the Halloween stuff. They got Scream and shit. They got Poppy's Playhouse or whatever in there.
I've seen a lot of crossovers with like Jason going to Call of Duty. I've seen even Ghostface going to Hunt Showdown. I was like, what?
I'm going to play the intro.
Yeah. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on me cause we about to lash out. If you hating on the crew, you getting thrashed out. Man, we going so fast, we about to pass out. Pockets for the gamers, man, it's time to ride out. We covering the drama, we talking about your mama. We smoking on the ganja, we drifting in the Honda. We turning up with Sammy, OneWingedAngel with the family. Black Flash jamming like a lammy, Nano always understanding. Welcome to the crash out. Put your seatbelt on because we about to lash out. If
All right. What we got first, guys? What we got first?
Well, had another week of divisions. Not divisions, the World Cup. This was the first week of the knockout stage. Uh, so we had some winners and we had some losers. Now the losers who lost this week cannot lose again. They're in the redemption bracket, but they can't lose again. So it's definitely going into week 2. People gonna definitely be fighting for survival. But let's go over and see what happened in these matches. So we have 4 matches. The first match we had Imperial Brazil versus Colombia. Yep. And Imperial Brazil won 251 to 1, so almost 150-point victory. Ooh, that was going crazy. Let's see the scores. We have Rugal with 69, Hayes with 65, Wolf with 59, and Nunn with 58. While for Colombia, we had Diego Sack with 44, Star Next with 27, Damon Carraz with 19, and Jaguar Demons with 17. So every one of the Imperial Brazilians had 50 points or more as a team. Wow. But for the first map, Atlantica 4, Brazil won 26-10, sweep. Agrabah 3, 26-10, sweep. Silver Screen 26-10, sweep. Factory 1, 26-10, sweep. Incredible Showdown 25-11, so that was one off for being a sweep. A Pirates Life 2, Imperial Brazil 23-13. The Portal, Brazil 25-11. RB5 23-13. Big Hero 6 26-10 sweep. And then Andy's Room Variation 5 25-11. So Imperial Brazil just dominated. They almost swept every majority of the races, and they had a few matches where it was 25-11. But yeah, they definitely asserted their dominance as a team. So shout out to Brazil. The rough one. Yeah, next up we got England versus America. And England won just 228 to 132, almost 100 points, 90 maybe. So dang, the Redcoats came through with the chess moves, and America had to flee in the woods, but they'll be back. America's not is down, but they're not defeated. But let's check out to see what happened this match. We had Valix for England leading this team 63 points, Tyap 63, Sony 56, Tom 4K with 46. And then for America, we had Cage Fan with 46, Dusty AF with 41, Snack Daddy with 32, and Styles the Wolf for 13. So
I do want to give a shout out to Snack Daddy for just joining. It's because I believe I guess America was about to be undermanned, but Snack Daddy came to the rescue. And even though they didn't end up getting the win, it feels much better than being down a man, because I think Nightmare unfortunately was going to be busy. And for those of you who don't know, the other people that were supposed to be on that team literally just dropped all communication for no reason. So
yeah, that's unfortunate. Why can't people ever just say no, or I can't? Just dropping all communication.
Yeah, why even gonna sign up if you're just gonna not be there? Like, that shit don't make any sense. But either way, shout out England for doing their thing, and still shout out America. That's the Cuzzos.
we can go to the next match. We have Puerto Rico versus Europe. So this was a good match. Both teams put up a good fight, but Puerto Rico definitely, showed why they are definitely a dominant team in this World Cup, winning 194 to 166. We have for Puerto Rico, we had a OneWingedAngel at 69, his favorite
Pause.
number.
Hey.
Yeah, Falcon with 62. We had Sonic Anarchy with 37, and most skills with 26. And then for Team Europe, we had Cedric with 51, Ferrari 35, Crazy Casanova with 39, and Sun Submit with 31. So it was a good competitive match, but definitely looks like, Angel did his thing.
Let's go. Shout out Mr. OneWingedAngel, Mr. Sephiroth himself.
Hey, shout outs to the team though. Shout outs to the team too, because I was one big nervous thing that I had, because I've been playing with you guys since the World Cup last season. So I was like, damn, new people, new team, what's gonna happen? Are we not gonna be synergized, or are we gonna have communication issues? But we so far up until this point, I feel like we played pretty well together, other than a couple of mistakes here and there, but it wasn't like too bad, you know what I mean, where like destroyed our races.
Yeah, man, y'all are on the roll right now. But we'll see, man. Mr. Wolf said he gonna, put y'all 6 feet under, man. So
No, that's man Wolf, man. He's trying to take us out, man. Trying to take us out.
Y'all could get the dub, man. I think y'all could get the dub. So.
The Brazilians versus the Puerto Ricans.
Oh man, the Portuguese versus the Spanish. Oh man. I think it would be a good match, though.
It will 100%. I'm looking forward to seeing the showdown.
Especially if we win this week. If we beat England this week, it will literally most likely be Brazil versus us, 2 undefeated teams going at it, and somebody's losing this time.
That's true, but I will say you definitely can't sleep on England, because England is actually extremely strong.
Yeah, England is gonna be probably our toughest race yet. You got Tayep, a former Don. You got Sonny, my boy Sonny's there. Tom 4K, Valix, all heavy hitters. So this is probably gonna be our closest match to date as well when it comes to points.
Yeah, man. So I think that's going to be a great matchup. I think you guys could get the W, but it will not be an easy feat. But, we'll see, man. We'll see.
You know what also, like, if we go this route, we'll never be able to go against you guys. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. I mean, it's still possible. We just got to go crazy ourselves. So it's not impossible.
No wanted to face the homies one time.
You might.
It could still happen, man. It could
happen off a win or a loss. I feel like we got to continue to win. We'll have to make it out of the redemption bracket. But if you guys end up losing and we end up being, the winners of the lower bracket, then we'll end up having to go against each other.
True. Oh, shit. You got the Black Flash versus the Poppy. Oh, shit.
Hey, that'll be cool.
I get my revenge from CrossWorlds. Who said that?
The CrossWorlds. Oh, y'all want this look.
Don't. He'll be pulling on some bullshit at CrossWorlds. But you know what? I'll get my get back on Speedstorm. Fuck.
Last but not least, we had the final match, which was Brazil versus the United States of America. And, it was a close back and forth match like we knew it was going to be, but Brazil ended up beating us 190 to 170, so that was about 20-point difference. So between 1 or 2 match difference, could have made the difference. But, yeah, I would say this was a very strong team because I think Brazil in the divisions they had like 4 teams. I know there was BRZ Animal, BRZ Feral, BRZ Bestial, and then the final bosses. But it almost seems like they got the strongest players of Feral, strongest players of Bestial, the strongest players of Animal, and they put them on one Brazilian team. And yeah, and that was this Brazil. So definitely a strong team. It was DK, Ryoni, Bronco, and 604 Lucas.
Yeah, that was they definitely. I mean, people might call them a B team, but man, these guys are really good when they play with each other, especially the strongest players from all the division like Brazilian teams. Like, you know, they've definitely been cooking.
Yeah,
Even though the thing.
Look, the match score ended up being DK scoring a 53 for his team, Ryoni with 50 for his team, Bronco with 47, and 604 Lucas with 40. And then for Team USA, we had Goblin King with 56, Absent with 43, Caleb Black Flash with 40, and the Hot Pockets with 31. So it was pretty close, but you know they just edged us out. So.
Yeah, man. Still proud of my team. I still think y'all held it down, but listen, if we get the run back, I think we gonna get them.
Yeah, I think we were prepared. I feel like for this week, you know, against Colombia, you know, we can like, you know, with the roster pull around. But if we make it past Colombia, we'll probably need to put in our strongest four. Most likely will end up being a rematch against Brazil, because Brazil is going against Imperial Brazil this week.
Imperial Brazil.
Yeah, so that's
could still win, but
can you imagine the students beating the teacher? The students beating the teacher?
Yeah, I think Brazil has a lot of power, and I think it was one strong team, and then the power was spread out between 3 teams. But when you put those the heavy hitters of those 3 teams together, I think they definitely can rival Imperial, especially they know all the same tech, all the same whatevers. So, you know, kind of like the student going against the master, you know, and the student ends up surpassing the master. It could be a situation like that.
Could be, man. Could be.
But we know Imperial Brazil is very strong, so that's going to be a very good match. I'm actually curious to see that one. So that will be, you know, your first match of the World Cup knockouts, week 2 for the winners bracket so far, the upper bracket. And then next you have United States of America versus Colombia. You know, I think we got that. Then we got Puerto Rico versus England. That's going to be a good competitive match. A lot of friendly rivalry going on. So it's going to be a tough one for England. It's going to be a tough one for Puerto Rico, but the way Puerto Rico's been looking, they most likely will get that one. You know, we'll see. It should be good. And then last but not least, we got Europe versus America. So, you know, America's going to have to fight hard this one. Europe's a strong team, but, you know, just like the Revolutionary War, just like the Civil War, just like whatever, Korean War, hey, America, we're going to make it through. So, ain't never count us out. So, should be good as well. Everybody pretty much in survival mode week 2, especially. Like, you can't lose. So, every team's going to definitely be, you know, fighting to survive. So, it'll be good.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that pretty much concludes divisions or the World Cup.
Shout outs to the top 10 of the leaderboards as well. Got a lot of Brazilians in this top 10. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Half of this top 10 is full of Brazilians.
When you say leaderboards, like, what do you mean?
This is the leaderboards for the player statistics. So up until this point, these are the top players with, you know, the with the higher average scores. So that, like, they average top spots the most. And it also depends on, you know, the races too. Me and Falcon, they got the 1-2, man. I'm telling you, man. You know, playing as a team, yo, me and Falcon actually, you know, we got some really good synergy going. I mean, last week when we did a race against fucking Europe on the silver screen, I was literally talking to my chat the whole time because Falcon was way ahead and I was in second place with Snow White. I was literally talking to the chat while she's autoing the whole time. That was diabolical.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen Falcon pull away sometimes. Yeah, that's hard to catch up when he goes. So I've dealt with that before. I think the one time when head up Falcon was an absence company battle. We were going head to head for like 2 hours straight. So Falcon definitely win.
And even though Tasha says Falcon still wash, hear me out. Damn.
The Falcon still what?
He's still washed.
Snow definitely problematic.
Yeah. Like I knew she was broken with her abilities, but that race with Snow White literally solidified. I'm like, bro, she's literally she's stupid. It's not even broken, she's just stupid. Because if somebody's pulling away like that, you are literally pulling away with them. It was just me and Falcon that whole race just joyriding. That's all it was. There was people getting clocks. There was people getting Diddy bottles. Like, it was crazy.
When people start getting the Diddy bottles, the race is basically over, man. Man, but hey, shout out to everybody in the top 10. You guys are putting in extra work, so you know, let's see how this week goes, man. A lot of exciting matches on the way.
A lot of sweaty matches. All right, that's the division talk, I think.
All right. So what do we got next? This the Winnie the Pooh stuff now. We're talking about the Winnie the Pooh stuff.
Are we talking about just a season or?
Yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about the characters because
they
did.
just came out with a trailer, right?
Yeah, we
did.
could like show the trailer and then like talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Season 16. Season 16, Speedstorm. All right, first look at season 16. All right.
Always find it funny when they show non-gameplay footage to show off a season. Man, y'all not proud of your own game? You gotta show some fake racing.
Look, man.
Hello, Speedstars, and welcome to this new Disney Speedstorm update video, in which we'll give you all the latest sweet info.
Because how the fuck do you not make a map for 100 Acre Wood? Like, what are we doing, Gameloft? What are we doing, Gameloft?
I got no clue, bro.
Hello, Speedstars, and welcome to this new Disney Speedstorm update video,
like,
in which we'll give you all the
bro?
latest sweet info.
Sonic says, "Who cares about damn."
This next update will add Rumby Tumby adventures to the game.
Care about
With the arrival of
man, you know, I know it's kind of
Winnie the Pooh and his
in
friends,
its
the clouds
downward,
have cleared, the rain has stopped,
spiral,
and the
but
sun
it's
is
still people
shining
that
once again
still
over Toon Village,
have
while
a lot
we
of fun
welcome
on
3
the
new
game
racers to the
currently.
game. The first new racer is none other than your favorite Pooh. Pooh Bear has a honey pot
Hey,
on
you
the
know,
back of his car.
sometimes
The more honey in the pot, the higher his speed is. Every time
what's
Pooh Bear
basic
uses
to
his
you,
skill, he
you-
grabs a handful of honey to eat, gaining a short
Pressure.
boost.
So,
Once the honey runs out, he loses his permanent speed
know what I'm
increase,
saying?
and Pooh needs to gather more honey. Now, when uncharged,
Eeyore,
Pooh attempts to gather honey
Winnie
from
the
nearby
Pooh and
beehives,
Tigger.
alerting all the bees inside in the process. The angry hive stings all nearby
what's good, my
racers.
Tigger?
For each racer stung, Pooh takes advantage to gather honey from the hive, refilling the honey pot a little each time. When charged, however, Pooh Bear starts devouring honey, gaining a shield and leaving a sticky trail behind for a duration. The second racer is the one and only Tigger. When using a special ability,
Oh,
Tigger
Tigger looks
starts
fun,
bouncing on his
though.
cart, gaining boost and creating a shockwave with each bounce.
He does.
Enemies caught in the
He looks
shockwave
mad
are
annoying
stunned.
as fuck to go
Allies
against
caught in the
though.
shockwave gain a
He does.
positive
Bouncing all
effect.
around.
When charged, Tigger winds up his tail to perform a super jump forward. The jump distance is increased the farther Tigger is from the leader. And our last racer is Eeyore.
It's me. Sorry to disappoint you.
When using a special ability, Eeyore becomes sad. A raining cloud will appear on top of him, making the track around and behind him wet and slippery. Eeyore drives slightly faster on a wet surface, while opponents briefly lose control over their carts. But when charged, Eeyore's birthday party starts, and he makes a game of attaching tails on racers. Depending on if the other racers are enemies or teammates, they receive different positive or negative effects. As usual, keep your eyes peeled for a lot of new crew members as well.
I got a question for y'all.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
pause the video real quick. Do you think Eeyore is gonna be a heavyweight speedster or midweight?
He might be the first heavy. He's as big as Eeyore is.
Because the way I see Eeyore like turning, it really gives me heavy vibes.
Wait, we don't have a heavy speedster, right?
No,
No.
like Eeyore might low key be the first one.
Damn. Yo, that actually be something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Ferrari said it's a sunny day and they're still driving in super wet roads.
Crazy.
Hey, maybe it just got done raining, man. You never know. That happens in real life.
A hefty weight, yeah. I mean, people were like, "Oh no, he's gonna be midweight," but I was like, I don't know, man. You see Eeyore turning, man. That doesn't look like a midweight turn, bro. Like it looks like a heavyweight turn.
As usual, keep your eyes
But I
peeled
could
for
be
a lot
wrong. I
of
could
new
be
crew-
wrong, and he might be midweight. But as big as he is, like I feel like just by look wise, he looks like he'll be heavyweight too.
It's a possibility, man. I would like for the game to finally get their first heavy speedster.
I do too. I agree. It'll be nice.
The
Bigly got
Sundays mid-season
shafted.
racers are Carl Frederick.
Oh, and then the mid seasons we got up. Yo, also real quick. You know, to relay on the big leak spreadsheet that we got, you know, that had like the remaining mid seasons and regular seasons and whatnot. I mean, Winnie the Pooh was a season that was in that leak, as well as the up characters was also in that leak. And so far, it's becoming to be true. So far, these leaks have been true with these racers. So like, still take it with a grain of salt, but so far that leaker has been right so far.
I've seen videos, and it's looking like Emperor's New Groove might be some mid-season. I'm kind of pissed. What do you mean? Only Cusco and Yzma? Like, what the fuck? Kronk?
Yep.
Ain't
But,
that's
you know,
insane.
they're probably gonna make them epic crew, man.
Baymax should have been a heavy speedster. No brawler this season. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I bet you almost guarantee you the brawler is going to be somebody of the up people, unless they're not. Did they confirm the classes for the up people? I know they confirmed the classes for Winnie, but I don't think they confirmed the classes for the mid seasons.
No. They didn't even show the up vehicle.
No, I almost guarantee you the character models are not even done yet.
Not for the car.
The old grandpa brawler. Can you imagine the old grandpa being the brawler?
Kind of dope.
That would be kind of
I
dope.
can see it.
This season, Sadness
Start hitting
from Disney
motherfuckers with a
Pixar's
cane.
Inside Out and Goomba from Disney's Lilo and Stitch will be
Oh,
available
pass.
as the 2 free characters for all players. Are you as super excited about the new supercharged racers as I am? This season, get ready to supercharge Oswald from Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Vanellope from Disney's Wreck-It Ralph, Fear from Disney and Pixar's Inside Out, Buzz Lightyear and Bo Peep from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story, and Li Shang from Disney's Mulan. This new season vault is also super, with Mr. Incredible, Mrs. Incredible, Violet, Dash, and Frozone from Disney and Pixar's The Incredibles. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, they
We'll see
finally
you on
added
Race
The
Track with this
Incredibles
new
to the
Gaiden
vault.
Speedstorm update coming
man.
your way, October 23rd.
Wow, okay.
So they finally added The Incredibles to the vault. I know some people were kind of asking questions when they kind of skipped over The Incredibles for the vault. Well, there you go. They got them in the vault this time.
Okay.
The season is called Rumbly Tumbly Adventure. With no new map. Gameloft, I swear, if you stop making maps for some of these seasons, we're gonna have to fight.
I don't know, man. It look like productivity has gone down. You don't get as much like skins, emotes. They stopped doing the deluxe cards. We used to get every map or a map every season. We used to get hella characters. Like, what do y'all think changed?
I think with this trend that we've been seeing
You know what
lately,
changed?
with less card
They-
designs, less characters for golden passes, I do believe, like we're already seeing seasons with no new racetrack. I do believe it's gonna be a reoccurring thing where we're gonna have seasons released and some of them won't have racetracks. Like Tarzan, Jungle Ruins,
Don't do that.
Atlantis?
No, don't do that.
Atlantica,
Don't do it.
they gonna be easy, bro.
Sammy.
You know what's crazy?
No.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Angel? I mentioned this like months ago, and we was all laughing and joking. Like, it's funny when you say it, and then when it actually happens, you're like, "Are they listening to us?"
That's because you're manifesting it, Sammy. Stop manifesting it.
Hey, it's Sammy's fault.
I mean, Sammy's been praying for the downfall of this game since the beginning.
Oh,
That's crazy.
This man's CrossWorlds over this game. This game is trash.
I wasn't trying to play for the downfall. I was just saying I want this game to do better because it had potential, and instead they went the opposite route. They doubled down on everything bad. So at that point, I was like, I gotta cheer for a team that cares about their product.
Ferrari said, "You're a jinx."
They literally are testing to see how much they can get away with.
Yep, and
How little content.
pushovers because they be getting away with everything.
Yeah, you still I didn't use the second part of the pass for what's his name, Mad Hatter. I still ain't get that shit.
Hey man, I stopped paying since after the Tron season, so that's the money I used to get a Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Hey, Deluxe edition too.
I'm done with you, Sammy. I'm done with you.
yeah. Oh man. All right, well,
And
I
they're talking
guess
about
let's
they're
talk
adding another
about,
freaking pass. They said they're going to add a festival pass.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that
wait,
means
what?
that,
Yeah, they're gonna add
what the fuck
a
is a festival pass?
Right? They're gonna add a festival pass that you probably have to
you probably have to pay to get extra rewards and stuff. So see,
Yeah. So they got
they
Diamond
want-
pass.
So they just
got a
basically
golden
trying to
pass,
find ways
festival.
to make money, bro.
Yep.
like a festival pass on people. Here's what I don't like. It's like you already got people paying for the golden pass, and then you have two tiers, the diamond pass, and then you have the vault, so that's like another $7 pass. And then now a festival pass. So we're gonna have like limited time festivals we have to pay in. Like, oh man.
I remember I made a video like maybe 7 seasons ago talking about the price of entry if you're a new player.
You know what
And this
that's
was
making?
before the diamond pass and all that crap. And now
That's
the
making you-
festival pass. Jeez.
It's not just $9, like $40 a month. Stuff like this game. Cause I gotta get the golden pass, the diamond pass. I have to get a vault. That's $40 a month, like for the paying person that they get a month.
Yeah, they wild.
That's how they try to get in your pocket.
I want you to just be playing this one game.
Nah, bro, $40
Don't
a
subscribe
month.
to these subscriptions, guys.
Welcome to the gotcha system.
Welcome to the crowd.
No way.
The gotcha system is crazy, man. I mean, I've played a lot of gotcha games, and they all have similar mechanics when it comes to paying for characters and whatnot. I mean, I feel like
Like,
Destiny
this is
Rising
bad.
is worse. Like y'all, like truthfully, y'all complain about spending like 1,000 tokens to get, you know, the racer for the game. Imagine playing Rising if you want to max out a character or at least get the max for the character tree. You're spending upwards of $600 to $1,000 per character.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm the type when I play those type of games, I'm the type that puts in the time. Like either you gonna
I'll
buy it
grind,
or you gonna
I'll
put in
grind for
time.
free.
Yeah.
That's how I used to do it on MMORPGs back in the day.
Well,
Everything was a
MMOs are
grind,
not
but it
pay
was
to
worth
win
it.
though.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'll still grind. It might be rough in the beginning, but as soon as I catch up, you know, that's your ass.
Hey, I'm regarded as one of the better players in the game, so it no matter what, I put my palms on.
Honestly, I just think, like, at this point, I don't even know what the hell Gameloft is doing. I've given up on this company and this game,
Oh, we know.
and like, it doesn't seem like they're getting any better because, like, even though I don't play the game, I still follow along because every week, you know, every other episode, we'll talk about the game or a new season or new updates, and I'm still following along. And from what I see here, it doesn't seem like the game's getting any better. Like, we're already getting seasons now
So
with no new maps.
Hold on. They also said that they're gonna add a new ranked mode. Y'all see that?
well,
No?
okay, hold on. So they said, so to add context, they said they are adding new modes and they're making some competitive changes. So we don't know if they're. Yeah, I
Hold
don't think.
on. So you see what they're saying here? So instead of giving us a Winnie the Pooh 100-acre woods map, they pretty much gave a visual update to Toon Village to represent Winnie the Pooh. What are we doing, bro?
That's that
Talk about
lazy shit, man.
bro. Yeah, that's like Dead by Daylight shit. That behavior did with when The Walking Dead came and they gave a tile to Dead by Daylight. Not a whole map, just a tile. You go to a section on the map and it's part of the hospital. I say part of the hospital because it's like a little hallway, like a small hallway, and then that's it.
Hey man,
Bro, they taking notes from each other?
so let me ask y'all this: like, what if y'all find out that the game is like pretty much, or not the game, but what if y'all find out that Gameloft has been like slowly downsizing the company that like
The studio?
the studio that works on Speedstorm? Would that kind of make you guys cut them like more slack?
Honestly, the way that they've been moving the last few seasons or a couple of months, it seems like they're downsizing the studio and they're moving them over to other projects. Maybe it's Dreamlight Valley or another game that they're probably working on. You usually see this in live service games where they'll have like a skeleton crew run the game for a certain amount of time and then eventually the game shuts down. From what I hear, Gameloft games don't normally shut down, so it'll probably be running like the Asphalt game. The Asphalt game's regular updates and stuff, but like, is it really popping? No. Just like this game right now, it's getting regular updates, but is it really popping? No.
Okay. I would kind of give them a little bit of slack because I do feel like, the downsizing, that's not really like the people that works on it fault. I guess that's usually like the higher ups. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see downsizing being a big reason why they've lessened a lot of productivity in the game. It would suck, but I feel like if they like came out and said that they downsized, it would make a lot more things make sense. Because as it stands now, it just seems like they're just being lazy or making like a lot of bad decisions. But if it's mainly like a downsizing thing, then I feel like that would put a lot of things into perspective.
They better be making a new game if they're downsizing this studio.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
Then they have no excuse. Literally what you just said. They're just gonna be. What they're doing is pretty much being lazy then. Okay, so I looked it up because I was just curious, because like I said, normally when a game is making less content, it's usually because the studio is downsizing and they have a skeleton crew running the game and upkeeping the game. So I look at the upcoming major projects, and they're working on a Dungeons and Dragons game that is going to be on PC and console. So maybe that's the reason why we're getting less content now, because they probably took the devs that were working on Speedstorm and shifted them over to work on this game.
I mean, I wish we would like know for sure.
We won't know unless they come out and confirm it themselves, or someone gets the inside scoop.
I don't know. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but I mean,
Damn, like, even when I just looked it up, there's people that make content for Dreamlight Valley talking about, does this hurt Dreamlight Valley? So it seems like, I don't know what's going on in Dreamlight Valley because I don't play it, but it seems like it could be affecting Dreamlight Valley as well.
you think so?
It's possible. We got content creators making videos on this and they play that game, and we're over here talking about the same thing for a different game. I could see that being a thing.
Damn, so you think like Gameloft as a whole is probably downsizing?
Yeah, they're probably downsizing some of the studios of games that are out right now that are like live service, and they got everybody working on this one game.
You know, however,
I
they
mean,
can get too greedy.
No communication though, man. No communication.
Yep, no communication.
Like that's the thing that I even said it in the Speedstorm like main Discord chat, where they were talking about no maps and like the mods like kind of came through, and I'm like, yo, you know, you don't know how bad it is to code, you know, maps into the game and whatnot. And I just told them flat out, I'm like, look, Gameloft has been making new maps and 4 to 5 character seasons since season 1 all the way up to like season 13 or 14, whatever, whatever Big Hero 6 season was. I think that was 13, right? So like, you know, 13 seasons of consistently putting out 4 to 5 character seasons plus the 2 mid seasons and a new map. And unless you guys are downsizing, there is no excuse why you have to cut the racers down and also now maps. So I was like, they're either downsizing or something's happening in Gameloft where they're taking away the resources that they use on Speedstorm. And at the end of the day, there's no communication about it. So none of us know what's going on. In our eyes, they're just being lazy because they're not communicating what's going on.
Yep.
Honestly, if it's the case that it's hard to come out with new tracks every season, then go back to having a 3-month season. And don't do it in parts. Just do it in one single part. You play it at your own time. Every part of the world tour unlocks at a certain period of time so that we can all play it. And then you have these new events in between. We gotta wait for the world tour to open up. We play these events in between those times. You can do it that way. It'll give you guys some time and some breathing room to work on these maps instead of releasing seasons with no new track. There's no hype behind it if we're just getting characters, because yeah, season 16, but does it really feel like a season 16 or season 15.5? And all the races that come in the season 16 feel like more like mid-season races.
No new track. No new track.
Yeah, no new track is horrible. No new track is definitely horrible. All you're doing is just making one map sunny and not raining. That's the only difference. That's what the fuck, bro? Like, what are we doing here? Like, dude, like your maps, Gameloft, and your music soundtrack is what gravitates these people on top of the new characters per season.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get no Winnie the Pooh soundtrack. We're not gonna get no Winnie the Pooh map. And that's literally, your remixes are fire. I mean, unless you couldn't remix a Winnie the Pooh song, which I don't really know any Winnie the Pooh songs, so I don't know if that's even.
You know what they'll do though? We'll get a Winnie the Pooh menu song.
Oh God. What's next? They're gonna take away the freaking animation, the victory animations that we have left. That's what they're gonna do. Oh, you want tracks and a season? All right, we're gonna dump the resources that we do for your victory animation, so your characters are not gonna do nothing when they win.
Nah, at this point, they're just gonna get rid of crew members and do that shit.
Oh no, they're not gonna do that. That's their bread and butter for money. You want to be maxed out level 50 max crew to have an edge on rank? If they take crews away,
No, they're just gonna take crews away and have you guys pay for stats.
that's Sammy. Can you stop? can you please stop with these ideas that you're giving them? That's crazy. You know, that's worse. Because now people are just gonna fucking pay to max out their fucking stats.
I mean, that's pretty much what's happening right now.
Yeah, but imagine unlimited 999 everything. Because you paid your way to do that.
They'll probably limit that shit though.
Can you imagine if there wasn't a limitation?
Player base.
Hey, if there was no limitation, that would be good because now you can.
That would be, Sammy. That would not be good, Sammy. That would not be good, Sammy. Please.
It wouldn't be good. But I'm saying it'd be good in the sense where if you just want to main your favorite Disney character, now you don't have to worry about it's too slow on some King Candy shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
Come out and race with them.
the game would be like, fuck gameplay wise though.
The game is ruined. The game is ruined. Sammy planted that seed. We're fucked. He cooked us right there, guys.
It'd be basically a bunch of broke people being like, all right, let's see what any of the freaking. We'll try our best.
Map. No.
At this point, Gameloft better strike a deal with Sega and have that shit cross over into Sonic CrossWorlds, bro. It's the only thing saving that game.
I mean, Goblin, you're right. It could be reversed, and it could be probably experimenting to see if they get less income because they're not releasing a track. I mean, we never know what the hell Gameloft is thinking at this point. I mean, I don't even think they think at all, to be honest. But
I've been saying that for the last couple of seasons. I said that shit when they were talking about, Big Hero 6, but we're reducing the racers. I was like, yeah, my wallet is closed.
Yeah, man. That would be some bullshit.
And on top of that, they're talking about, we're doing a new pass for you guys to pay for. So we're giving you less, but we're asking you to pay for more still. Ain't no
But
way.
you can get some characters that you already have maxed out, and you'll get some shards for them.
Ain't no way. Yep. So, like, honestly, every season we look forward to playing this game is because there's a new track, there's new soundtracks for the track, new racers. You're giving us now less races for the season or per season, and there's no new soundtrack because there's no new track. Why am I looking forward to season 16? They're just mid-season races at this point. Even the mid-season races coming in for season 16, like at that point, they could be seasonal racers too because you ain't getting shit.
No new track. No.
Damn, not the no new tracks on remix.
It's not good, man.
Bro, what the hell is going on? Like, honestly, if you're a veteran player, I'm not even just veteran. If you're new to the game too, and you've been so accustomed to having a new track every season, you got to be telling me you're not excited for this season to come because virtually you're still stuck in season 15, just with an updated world tour. Because you're going to be racing on virtually the same tracks because there's nothing new but new racers.
See, I think the all these passes that they're doing, I truthfully think this is more geared towards the new players for their way on quote unquote to catch up to the people that have been playing it since day one. Like if you've been playing this game since day one and you got damn near all the racers and then most of them are pretty much maxed out or close to it, I don't think these passes are really gonna like give you any
Yo,
benefit.
Hold on. Angel, that world, not the world map, the road map that we had, the leak road map. Was Winnie the Pooh actually in the seasonal category or was it in mid-season?
Damn, I gotta look that up.
Do you still have that?
I have it somewhere in my.
Can you pull up on screen?
Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me see if I have it labeled as lead.
Because it would make a lot of sense if the Winnie the Pooh content that we got as a season was actually supposed to be mid-season, and that's why there's no new map or nothing like that. It's a crazy time where we gotta look for leaks, guys, to know if the game's gonna be good or not.
I found it. All right, and this is before the other leaks too, because now they got cars too. That's been rumored, and a bunch of other shit too. So Winnie the Pooh is a remaining season. Winnie the Pooh right there.
It's under season, damn.
It is. I'm telling you. I told you they've been hitting. Where's the up characters at? What are their names again? Carl, right? Was one of them.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be mid-season.
Yeah, the remaining mid seasons. The up characters are on here too. Chip and Dale's on here. Like they've been hitting everything other than Aurora. Aurora's in mid season.
Robin Hood is gonna be a season, really?
Yeah, Lotso and Zurg were planned to be a mid-season, so they made it. So their Toy Story shit was a last-minute switch from them being the mid-seasons to an actual season.
That's why we didn't get no racetrack. But then they
and you know what, Sammy, that would have made sense as to why there was no new map. Because instead of releasing them as a mid-season, they released them as a season, and they just added Forky.
Yep.
That makes fucking sense, bro. But then that wouldn't make sense for Winnie the Pooh because Winnie the Pooh is a season. So, like, what is going on? Scrooge McDuck, look at he's in here.
Hold on, at the end, we still got to remember this is leaked. So even though they got the leaked content and it looks accurate, they might not have everything where it needs to be. Like, who's to say Winnie the Pooh actually should have been in the mid-season races content?
True.
That's true. It is a leak, so that means things could change after this person got the leaks.
Exactly. So Winnie the Pooh literally could have been a mid-season addition, but then someone told them, or they got the information wrong, and they're like, this is gonna be a season.
Well, they could have had the information right. Gameloft probably could have just changed plans.
So I release it as a season and no new map.
And mind you, this leak, I think, was given to us months ago, like in the beginning of the year type months ago.
Probably like I want to say maybe episode were we on 47? This was probably like episode 20 something.
Yeah, this was an early leak, and a lot of these are coming out to be true, which I'm kind of excited for because you see Zootopia's on there, Princess and the Frog. Everybody's been asking for this motherfucker. That's on here. Tarzan, the Goofy movie. There's more freaking Mickey Mouse characters.
Gargoyles and Meet the Robinsons should have been there at least.
Robin Hood is on here.
I don't know, bro. Definitely Gargoyles and Meet the Robinsons is a miss because they should have had those still come into the game.
Yep. I always hated the idea of mid-season racers because of what they represented. It was hard to load them up, get crew for them, and they weren't getting maps unless they were part of a existing
I will say
series already.
It's crazy that Atlantis and Treasure Planet are mid-season, bro. Those would be the
Atlantis and Treasure Planet, man. Your favorite series, Sammy.
Hold on, guys. Look at this shit. So they reduced the racers for Big Hero 6, but we still have Big Hero 6 characters coming in as mixed.
Yeah, like, look
you
at
believe that?
Big Hero 4 and 5. That's how you know that was a last second change. That means the 4th and 5th racer for that season that was supposed to happen, they weren't completed yet.
Nope.
And that's why
So they said, no, we gonna charge you for Wasabi.
Yo, we're gonna charge you for these other characters.
right, because they should have been on the season. See, well, Gameloft be fucking shit up, bro. I will say good thing about this, we'll get another princess and Tiana. We'll get the Pocahontas princess. We will get Merida, another princess. And
what the hell is Launchpad, bro?
I don't know what the fuck Launchpad is, but I think that's all the princesses other than Raya.
Like gargoyles or Meet the Robinsons as in the place of Launchpad. What the hell is Launchpad?
So all you Disney princesses fans, you'll get all your princesses. I think the only princess here that's missing is Raya, and that's it. Every other official Disney princess will be in this game by the time all these seasons are out, other than Raya, and that could be a last second change too, and we'll get Raya too.
So what we got? Black Cauldron, Lion King, Pocahontas, Rescuers.
Sammy, Launchpad is the big buff duck from Darkwing Duck.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Flynn is from Tangled, right?
Is Darkwing Duck even on here? Oh, it is. Okay.
I'll be excited for my Disney princesses.
Okay, so
Travi, I'm saying, you'll get all of them other than Raya, and I'm sure they'll add Raya as a mid-season because, why? Like, I would be furious, and at this point, it's Gameloft.
Season.
Gameloft is Gameloft.
Disney recess.
I will say that there would be a missed opportunity if you literally have every princess but one in this fucking game. That would make no sense whatsoever. You damn near
from that movie Wish.
I don't think she's regarded as a Disney princess though.
I guess.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're getting a track for Disney's recess.
Yeah, we could talk about that. Wolf wants us to also talk about the season 5 signups for divisions. So whenever we
oh yeah,
I guess finish what we're talking about.
We could finish these season 16 patch notes real quick, and then we'll go to the divisions.
All right, for sure.
Tarzan would be nice.
Wolf, come on, man. You already know Tarzan's gonna be in Jungle Ruins.
Yo, come on, Sammy. Can we not, bro? Can we not?
Bro, I know I don't want to say it, but I'm speaking facts at this point.
Yo, Wolf, we're gonna have to cancel Sammy because he's giving Gameloft bad ideas, and they for some reason listen to this man because they keep doing it. Like, what's going on?
Like what Gameloft would do, and that's where my brain goes. Atlantis? Hell nah, Atlantica. They'd do some shit like that.
Sammy planted that scene. We're fucked. I mean, Tarzan is from Sony. Yeah. Disney doesn't own Tarzan.
What? No way. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, I believe somebody was talking to me and told me that they were like, yeah, Tarzan is not loaned by Disney.
Wow.
So I don't know how Gameloft is getting that license for Tarzan.
Wait, hold on. How did Disney lose the license? Oh, you know what? You're right. You know why?
So Disney did not lose the rights to its adaptation of Tarzan, but the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate has complex and litigious rights over the property, leading Disney to limit its use in new projects.
What really happened is actually Sony doesn't own Tarzan. They own the film rights to Tarzan, so they can make movies for Tarzan. Disney can't.
Oh, so that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like how Universal owns the film rights to Hulk.
But it says, as a result, Tarzan is now mostly limited to the content Disney already created, like the original films and their sequels, while being excluded from new projects and merchandise. Would that mean it would be hard for Gameloft to get Tarzan?
No, what that means is that Gameloft is gonna go bankrupt getting the rights for Tarzan, and dark place.
That's not what we need. Oh, Tarzan mid-season. You're gonna spend like $1,000 the max amount.
No, Tarzan was a season. It wasn't a mid-season. That's what it showed in the league.
I know it is a regular season, but you know they can easily switch that up and boom,
Yeah, that's true.
mid-season.
And then they'll have Tarzan in Jungle Ruins, like I said.
That's fucking crazy. All right, I'm done with that. Season 16 changes. You get the Toon Village visual update. Oh my god. It's now going to be sunny instead of raining. Ooh. Racer boost. You get Zerg, Lotso, Chip, Dell, Fozzie, and Queen of Heart.
Chip and Dale did not need a racer boost. Let me just say that.
Fuck. Supercharged racers. You get Oswald, Buzz, Bo Peep, Vanellope. Did I miss one? Buzz, Bo Peep. Okay. Oh, and Shang. Season 16 tournament pass is Incredibles. Festive pass. The season we're adding a festive pass, a special time limited progression that runs during big seasonal events. You can access it from the main menu. Progress by earning festive currency. So this is just another way to unlock shit that we probably don't need. Unless you're a new player, that probably will be beneficial to you. So don't listen to me. I'm just a well. General fixes and improvements. Fix a number of audio issues related to Alice, Queen, Mad, and Scrooge. Fix minor localization issues. UI improvements. The color scheme. UX improvement. Opening a tab now takes you directly to the currently active event. Nice. More to come. There's plenty of new content in the way. We're working on a new competitive system. That's probably the only thing in this freaking whole thing that caught my eye. New competitive system. I need something to make me want to play this game more. If we got a competitive system that is not just you just play more than me, I will be all for it. I'll be all for it because I'm tired of motherfuckers playing 24 hours a day thinking that they're number one in the world because they don't do nothing but play the game all day. We need a competitive system that rewards actual skills, and that's it in this game.
Let me find out they're copying Sonic CrossWorlds.
That's all I want, Gameloft. If you can nail the new competitive system out the park, you might actually get some more players, and you might get some people to come back. That's all I'm saying. New game modes. I'm curious of what that means when they say new game modes. Does that mean new just limited like modes, or is it game modes like race modes? Like I don't know. Quality of life improvements. What do you think, Nano?
So all this stuff, from what I said, it's supposed to be coming out while season 17 is going on, or while the next season's going on. So does that mean that all this stuff isn't starting with the season?
Yeah, because there's plenty of new content on the way. We're working on a new competitive system, some new game modes, and quality of life improvements. But it doesn't say it's happening in season 16. It just says, by the way, we are working on new things, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's not ready to be like announced yet. So I don't think this is gonna happen in this season. They're just letting us know, like, hey, maybe in season 17 we're gonna be adding a new competitive mode, or we're gonna revamp the system to, you know, give it more of a competitive feel. Same with the new game modes. They might add a new game mode, or maybe in part 2 they'll like you know, we don't have a time frame, and they did not give us a time frame, so we don't know when these changes are gonna happen. Either S ranks confirmed.
These changes could happen in season 18.
Yeah, true. Like we don't know. Truthfully, we don't. I'm hoping, but with this Tails event, I'm not really hopeful because the Tails event is trash. So I don't care. I'm sorry, it is. It's trash. It's a horrible way to unlock mid seasons.
Yo, do you know that the Tails event is like a big reason why we're not getting patch notes?
I mean, they're probably trying to fix that bug because they were losing so much money, apparently.
Yeah, man. Like they couldn't properly update the game. But hold on, that even to me that doesn't make sense because the tail stuff happened at kind of like the tail end of the season, though.
That is true. That is true. Yo, don't let them gaslight us, guys.
So that still doesn't make sense to me. So does that mean they were only gonna start doing balance changes at the end of the season?
Yeah, that or they didn't even get a chance to do balance changes yet, and that's why they just took a pause on it. I don't know what goes on in the Spain world of Gameloft, but I would love to know because, man, there's no team mode in privates yet. Like, what are we doing, Gameloft? If you listen to this podcast, at least, you know, I might be hard on y'all, but I just want y'all to actually, you know, make the game you can make. Stop listening to your big
new map,
wigs.
no new.
Yeah, like listen, no new map shit gotta stop, bro. Like, you're killing your own game at this point. I mean, at least season 17 and 18 will have a new map. At least they emphasize on that. You're getting new maps in the next seasons.
Listen, we used to always get a new map, bro.
100%.
Like, we used to get new maps. We used to get hella characters. We used to get emotes.
Well, Ferrari said they had balance changes planned, but they just didn't have time to implement, supposedly.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? Like,
and in theory, it doesn't take long. But
were they only going to implement them? Like, if they had them planned, I'm not saying they couldn't have had them planned, but like, what did the Tails thing really make it to where you couldn't add any balance changes?
Well, I mean, coding is very complex. So if there's a bug like the Tails event bug that was people were getting massive amounts of like currency and whatnot, and then they also mind you, Nano, they had to reverse it too. That also takes a lot of time because now they got to go through everybody that did do the exploit and like, you know, reverse that shit for everybody that did it. But also be careful not to, you know, fuck somebody over that didn't do the exploit and minus their points, because, you know, that could also happen. So that's where all the time for that probably would have had to do the balance changes. They focus on fixing that bug and also reversing everybody's like progress.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. That wasn't the people's fault though. That was Gameloft's fault.
Or you know, Gameloft wasn't gonna let them keep fucking millions and millions of coins, my guy. They were not gonna let that slide.
Y'all better spend that coin.
Basically, now we're not getting the balance changes implemented because of Gameloft's fuck up.
Yeah, at the end of the day, still Gameloft's fuck up regardless.
Or you're not getting the balance changes because Gameloft's like, nah, y'all already ate, so y'all can't get no balance changes.
Y'all already ate is crazy. Not everybody did the exploits though.
Yeah, you know what they say?
True.
One bad apple.
I can only imagine though, like if they would have let everybody keep all their shit though, they would have lost a lot of money. A lot of money.
They would have. They would have.
So if you get that money, you got to spend it quick.
It's just another unfortunate tale of, you know, Tails event.
Yeah, another reason why Tails sucks, but you know, we don't talk about that. This is just like we don't talk about Bruno. All in all is I'm hoping this new competitive system is fun. Like, we need an actual competitive system because I mean, rank mode is really not competitive. It's just, you know, you hop in, you farm NPR scores, and that's it. There's nothing competitive about that. You know,
hold on. Is this a new competitive mode that's gonna segment the?
No, they're saying they're working on a new competitive system.
They're gonna replace the old one that's currently in.
I have no idea. All it says is we're working on a new competitive system. So if they're working on a new competitive system,
replace the old one.
No, it sounds like, honestly, the way they worded it, yeah, we're working on a new competitive system, as in I think this is going to be a separate system,
yeah,
aside from what we already have now. So this might be like a whole, like, you know, different take. You know, no NPR is probably going to be involved. I think this one might be more on a win and losses type of ratio.
Maybe.
Mm,
know,
hold on. But what if you don't need crew for this one?
they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that.
Or it could be an
They're not gonna do
actual.
that.
What if it's an actual tournament mode? You queue in and then it puts you in a bracket.
I mean, that would be pretty fire.
I mean, yeah, and then I guess you rank up the leaderboards in this competitive section by winning how many tournaments you win or something like that. Or I don't know. I mean, how can you make a competitive mode in this game mean something?
You can't.
I don't
Because
know.
the game caters to casuals.
No, I'm saying if you were to do it, like if you were to sit down with Gameloft and be like, okay, we're making a new competitive mode, and this is what needs to be in this competitive mode to make it feel competitive.
Remove
Personally,
crew.
Me personally, what I would do is add like a tournament mode where you queue in and you get placed into a race, and that race that you're in is like a bracket. And let's say there's like 8 different races going on, and it's in that bracket. And then from your group, let's say the top 2 races win, they move on, and it makes the bracket for the next round, obviously, and so on and so forth. Or maybe the next 4 races, because there's 8 racers in total. What if they do it like that, and then eventually it gets to like the last race, and pretty much if you made it to the last bracket, you're gonna get the maximum amount of points you can for your profile. But if you win that race, it'll give you like a trophy on your profile as well.
Yeah.
And you can just like collect trophies that way. I don't know.
I don't know. I just hope that whatever the team is working on this new competitive system actually, has the mind of this is going to be competitive. This is not trying to be like who plays more. Like, I hope they really dig deep on this competitive like new mode that they're making. And Wolf said that he sent them a PDF about a competitive mode to Gameloft. So,
that better be in English.
That's fucked. Trackmania has Daily Cup, which is really great. At a certain time of the day, each day there's a small tournament and everyone can join. That'd be kind of dope though. Like that could be a new game mode. You know what I'm saying? On top of the competitive mode.
Before they do all that, they gotta add team mode with 4 players. Like, come on, bro.
In private lobbies, yes.
Private lobbies and just the regular online as well, because 3v3, what are we doing, bro?
Yeah, I agree. I think they can manage a 4v4 team mode. I don't know why they're not adding an extra slot for team mode so we can actually have full lobbies.
I've been saying at this point, might as well up the lobbies to 12.
No, I don't think that engine can handle 12 racers in one spot.
Yeah, it'll probably crash.
It crashes now. Imagine adding 4 extra racers, Sammy, per race.
And depending on which racers are chosen for that track, oh my gosh.
Can you imagine?
Yo, can you imagine too many Rapunzels? You know how many times we've done a practice and Rapunzel would freeze and make the frames drop for everybody? Could you imagine there's
Instant crash.
2 or 3 Rapunzels? Oh man.
Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy.
Because at a certain time it would bring more people to it compared to 24/7 system. I agree. I agree, Farid. Like, I would love a true competitive mode in this game. I feel like I would play this game probably more if there is something that's meaningful, and a true competitive mode would be meaningful if done correctly, and it would bring people back to this game because like, oh, there's a true competitive mode, and I don't got to worry about so and so being maxed out because it's on a regulated basis. I know they wouldn't do it, but on a regulated basis, so there's nobody that has the advantage per se because everybody's level 50, no crews. But that's wishful thinking.
It is, man. All we could do is wait to see what Gameloft has up their sleeve and hope it's on the right track. I will say, they have been doing some good things, so it's not all doom and gloom. So, we just gotta wait and see what they do.
Yeah. and hopefully we learn something soon. Obviously, we're not gonna get any updates other than this that we got. So I mean, we're gonna have to wait until the next season to see if they're gonna release it the next season.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is a solo competitive mode way and also team competitive mode way. Both needs daily cap and rules about character use. Is that what you sent them? So we'll send them a PDF for a solo competitive mode and a team competitive mode. That's actually damn, Wolf. They should just hire you at this point. At this point, you should be the guy that's in charge of this competitive system, and you just tell the coders what they need to do.
You know what they need to do? They need to make Wolf that guy that's on the videos talking and shit.
Oh, that would be lit. Can you imagine Wolf coming through with the fuck?
Yo, that guy is gonna put a we gonna have to put an APB out for Wolf because that guy gonna not take that lightly.
You took my job, and you did it better. Can you imagine Wolf? I mean, obviously there is a little bit of a language barrier, but like, can you imagine Wolf just flying in with the fucking Woody head and shit and the Woody outfit? Like, oh no, this is Wolf.
Hello, my friends. Are you ready for Disney Speedstorm?
Hey, the number one Woody here.
That's crazy.
Brazil.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the intro right there. Brazil.
Yo,
This game.
they gonna be like, hold on, we didn't tell you to do all that, bro. You doing too much.
Wolf gonna put the Brazilian flag on his back and everything.
Yeah, you know.
Wolf, we talked about this. Wolf.
You know, I'm one of the members of the final boss, you know. That's crazy.
Next season, season 19 is Brazil.
Well, I mean, Wolf be wanting that one character that be having the poster on, like that parrot looking character. That's a Disney character.
Yeah. Cool.
You know, Wolf might be able to get that as a mid-season.
That's true, man. That's true.
Nah, you know Wolf's gonna get his whole team as characters for this season.
Yo, that's crazy.
Oh, I'm gonna get Wolf this season. He's the brawler.
Speaking of Mr. Wolf, man, I guess we could get into that season 5 sign up, man, that he just started.
A Rio
Let's
track would
promote
be
Mr.
funny.
Divisions, man.
Yo, a Rio track would be fire though.
It would.
So what were you saying, then? What were we asking, Wolf?
No, I wasn't asking the Wolf, but I was just saying, we could talk about the
season 5.
The season 5 signups.
Yeah, season 5 signups are officially open for Divisions season 5. You can do a solo sign up if you're just gonna sign up solo, or if you have a team already ready to go, you can sign up as a team. And I don't think there's any date. It was just more or less like an announcement. Hold on, I'm pulling up the Division Discord right now. So I was like kind of skimming through it before we went live. So here, I'll read it.
I'll show you. We'll be making a lot of changes.
Yeah, so hello Divisioners. I'm thrilled to announce that registrations for Division 5 of Division are officially open. Sign-ups here, you can sign up. Let's check out what's new. So group stage, 5 matches, 5 weeks, new team friendly. New teams won't be facing veteran squads during the first week of group stage. This helps keep the matches fair and balanced. Okay, Wolf. Okay. The only way a new team can challenge the veterans early is by entering the divisions, so the fire division zones, I'm assuming is what it's saying. The standings will continue to be based on points performance with the addition of the division zone to isolate unbalanced matches. Division zone. This exclusive zone is made up of the top 4 veteran teams that win in week 1. A team ranked 5th overall can also break into the zone if they win that same week. Earn it and you're in. Division zone team will only face division zone. It means that the strongest teams will not have unbalanced matches. This extends to the first week of the knockouts. Group stage eliminations. The number of teams eliminated from the group stage will depend on a total number of participants, minimum of 1. Then the knockout stage. We're keeping the professional GSL format, the same one used in the World Cup. Expect upper bracket battles and a redemption bracket for those hungry for a comeback. Season 5 will be widely promoted across the community as we aim to bring in new players and as always, deliver the best Disney Speedstorm entertainment out there. Get your engines ready. Season 5 starts soon. And then this is the flyer. Yo, Wolf be cooking with these flyers, though. Look at this. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yes, sir. Pretty good editing, Mr. Wolf.
Definitely. If you want to promote this, if you guys want to sign up, you guys can sign up. Yeah, I mean, let's see who signs up on this. It looks like I don't know. Nano Caleb, you guys retired after World Cup?
I don't know about Caleb, but I'm definitely am. But that being said, I'm still a part of the podcast, so even though I won't be there, I'll still be able to pay attention to some stuff. I'm still gonna be in the Discords and whatnot, so I'm gonna try to still be up to date.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break. I'm not gonna do it this season.
Do we will add a sign up button at division sites? Oh, that'll be fire, because if somebody's looking at the site and they're interested, a sign up button would be fire, because it'll take them to the Discord. It'll sign them up and it'll get them accustomed to it.
Yep, that's true.
That would be fire. So I mean,
just won't be making an appearance this season.
With Caleb and Nano, Caleb taking a break, Nano retiring. If any team is looking for anybody like a Poppy in their team, I'm open. Send me DMs, and I'll look through applications. But yo, seriously, if anybody wants to be on their team, I'm open. I'm open.
Breaking news, y'all.
Breaking news.
I just heard that Wolf is in Angel's DMs as we speak.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I mean, technically, just because me and Caleb won't be a part of the season doesn't mean you still don't have Absent and Hot Pocket.
No, Absent is also not playing either.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, after he's taking a break too. So yeah. Yeah, so stream snipers are pretty much all taking breaks at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess one thing you can say is that Stream Sniper has been in it from the beginning, so it kind of makes sense.
And that's not an end all be all,
because we in CrossWorlds, so
And you never know, Gameloft can change things around, and Nano and them will decide to come back, and Stream Snipers will go, come back and make a comeback, you just never know.
Yeah, man, you never know, man. Could not be playing the game now, and some fire shit happen, and
Ashton said I was here because of Nano. Damn, Ashton said I was here because of Nano. He's gone, so I'm out. It's crazy.
Hey, Absent. Nano's in CrossWorlds, so you know what's up.
Rory says Absent, no.
Already play CrossWorld.
That's true.
Damn, that's unfortunate though, because I do enjoy watching Absent.
Forgot about that. I did forget about that.
Damn, Nano was holding the whole team together. Nano said I'm retiring. The whole team said, "Okay, I guess we're taking a break."
Hey man,
it's crazy because Caleb left us in CrossWorlds for another team, but we ain't gonna talk about.
To be fair, Caleb did bring that to at least our attention, and I respect it because I know I said I wouldn't be able to completely commit to playing competitively on Sonic CrossWorlds right now, so it's understandable that he decided to join another team. I ain't mad at it.
Dan Ferrari said, "Who else is LT supposed to be on top or BRZ?" Damn. It sounds like maybe we might have to spread out all the good players just to make more teams.
Yeah, sounds like everybody on a top team needs to be a captain of their own team, like the Dons did.
Well, the Dons really
Yeah,
didn't
man.
really do that. I think they only split to like 2 or 3 separate teams, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I would like to see more people like aggressively like we're trying to recruit other players and stuff like that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. You know,
I mean, shoot. I mean, if Wolf wants to face Poppy, I mean, Poppy can, join up with the LT so we can, give Brazil a run for their money. Wow, who said that? What?
I mean, you technically could. I mean, who is still on their team? I know LT had Falcon, Rael, Ferrari,
Cedric, Dell.
and now.
Yeah. But I don't know, who's still really gonna be
Didn't
playing
they
season
have
5.
Mo skills as well?
No, I think Mo was with Crusher.
Oh, you're right. He was, because Crusher had Hoodie.
Yeah,
Crusher.
Mo.
Okay.
I think
Lola.
it's Silent. So Sandwalks. Is Sandwalks coming back? I haven't seen that man in forever.
A lot of people retiring.
Yeah, Sandwalks was in the team. So yeah, they had a lot of heavy hitters in LT too.
Hey, we'll say he was trying to beat Dons, but they are gone. Nah, I feel you,
Yeah.
Mr. Wolf, man. I feel you, man.
Toxic went to CrossWorlds and he became a top racer.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
That's
Just
true.
like, you never know, man. You never know. It'll be crazy if like a unknown team just came out of nowhere and was just going crazy.
The real French team that was supposed to be the number 1 in Group B. And then Brazil said, "Hold up, wait a minute, hold my chama."
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot Manji and them left.
Yeah,
Yo,
man.
came back.
Damn,
I
Manji
miss a
left.
lot of the old players, man,
Yeah.
because man, a lot of these names. Remember from the first World Cup?
Z, what the hell?
Whoa! I don't know if you want those problems.
I don't know if you want to do that. If you care about the sanity for your team.
Yo, oh yeah, Goblin.
Like
Goblin has a good point, guys. Did you guys notice his last race? This was in KH's point of view in Andy's room, and it looked like what you call it? Calhoun was getting slowed here by Cinderella excessively, like the bug was there to patch. So peep this video in this race and see if that is the case, because yeah, I mean, I noticed this when I was watching KH's perspective. I was like, why is KH like being slowed consistently? And I was like hella confused on that. Like, look, he's getting slowed now. He got that purple look on him, and there's nobody with a slowdown next to him. Look at where's the slowdown at? Like, he wasn't even next to that field.
Damn.
Yeah, he's getting slowed down.
Look, he's getting slowed down right now, nowhere near Cinderella.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe it's not as bad as what it used to be, but it looks like the bug is still there. So I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, it looks like that slowdown is. Look at he's slowing down. Yo, that is crazy, y'all. Wolf, you might have to revisit the Cinderella permit ban thing, because I think she's still affecting players.
That is true. It looks like it. I'm surprised. Well, I don't know if Cage said anything, but I'm surprised he didn't bring it up, because I definitely would have brought this up.
Yeah, people brought it up in my chat when they were watching. I was like, oh, it looks like the Cinderella bug is still a thing.
You can it's night and day when you could tell which teams care more about their game.
Maybe I just think the studio size for Gameloft is just not
Too small.
big as yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
Focus on
You know what it is?
thing.
They're putting in too much things into the game instead of trying to fix things that are already broken in the game. You can wait to push back new content, Like you're gonna add this new festive pass.
I mean,
just
you
wait for
can't
another
because people are
festival to
gonna
do that.
complain there ain't content. That's the
Well, do you
thing.
want
We
a
already
Well, I mean, you also
working game?
you
want a
gotta
working game?
you gotta also you also look at it in a sense to I came across a website, and this website has portfolios of graphic or not graphics artists, but the people that create the characters that are in Speedstorm, right? So like it's not just Gameloft that creates these racers in this game. They're actual like developers from different, like there was a developer from Blizzard that helped with like the Incredible season, and there's all like multiple outsourced like people that Gameloft is hiring to actually help with the graphic designs of these characters. So like when it comes to like probably from a cost standpoint, they're probably paying a lot of these good like graphic artists to make these characters and these models in the game, a lot more money than just having their in-house developers do it. Like this website, like they literally tells you everything and their work and what they worked on. And I don't know if these people were working on like the current like newer season stuff, but like it kind of like stopped at like season 10 or 11. I think it was season whatever the Incredible season one. The thing is, the last time I seen somebody's portfolio from like one of those big gaming companies. I forget the website. I need to get that website back, but yeah, it was a great website that showed us like a lot of insight on the graphic artists of the game.
Well, either way, it looks like Cinderella is still broke as fuck. So that Mr. Wolf, that might need some revisiting. Because KH definitely got the slowdown hammer of doom. I'm not gonna lie, that match looked pretty miserable for him.
Hey, yo, here you go. A little sneak peek of that website, by the way, before we go into the next topic right here. This is the website. It's the art station. And this is a person of the name of Lydia Baruda, senior character artist at Blizzard. She said, "Hi, y'all. I had the big pleasure to work on Sadness from Disney Speedstorm's Inside Out season. I was responsible for the high poly and low poly meshes, her UVs, her textures, rendered and blended Eevee. Please check out my amazing team members at work." So the person that created Sadness here, the renders and everything, was somebody from Blizzard.
And okay.
Yeah, but this is just for like creating characters. It doesn't encompass like, bless you. It doesn't encompass like them coding for the characters.
No, but they're just doing the renders for the characters and whatnot.
Yeah. So then at that point, that's still on Gameloft. Gameloft, like you gotta really work on your polishing because you're doing half the work essentially, or you were doing half the work. So if you were doing half the work, all you had to do was make sure the abilities worked, and you couldn't even get that right.
That's just wild. But I mean, I thought that that website was pretty neat because it kind of gives you like a better idea of who made what, who rendered this person or this racer. If anybody wants that website, just DM me. I can give you the website. Like it literally gives you information of who made like almost every single character in the game.
That's actually pretty dope.
Damn.
But I guess we could get into the next topic.
I guess before we get into that, Marvel Rivals is coming out with a new game mode for Halloween as a zombie. So I know there's like the TV series, but they're gonna have like a PvE mode where you get to fight against zombies. So I'll put a video in the chat. We can show that off real quick. Might be a reason to read down.
Marvel Rivals zombie mode.
Yeah.
Damn, I might actually have to try to keep this. Hold on. Why is this being so...
They got Punisher.
Okay, hold on, guys. Let's do it this way. Fuck it. Let me restart it. Let me restart it. The 4K too. There you go. 4K trailer for y'all. Empty out the packet.
Time to make the undead dead again. Vengeance in Spectre's name!
Damn, they have DPS checks too? What?
Oh wait, is this is the this is the PV?
Yeah, PvE,
PvE.
player versus everything.
They have DPS checks too? What?
With different difficulties. I think, yeah, certain characters. It looks like there's 2 of 25 characters. I feel like Blade would be fun in that.
Just remind me of Overwatch.
Yeah, no, but this is something that Overwatch 2 was supposed to be promised. It was PvE, and it never came to Overwatch. So, kind of like Marvel Rivals shitting on Overwatch. Like, yo, we got a PvE mode too.
Yeah, but Overwatch had stuff like this before, but Overwatch 2 was supposed to be like way bigger. It was supposed to be way more ambitious, and that just fell through. But I'm glad that Marvel Rivals is adding stuff like this. This actually looks dope, and you know, it kind of takes away from always having to play against people. So maybe you and some friends could have some fun with each other, do some Halloween.
That also sounds
That looks dope.
Have some fun with each other?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with having fun with your friends, man.
That's what
Sammy's mind is gooned out.
Sammy's mind. Yo, one of these days we gonna have a vote to see whose mind is more gooned out, Angels or Sammy.
Well, that's crazy. What? That's crazy.
Yo. Oh man. You know, it's just different when you grow up in a big city in the East Coast. We just think different.
Okay.
Listen, I ain't gooned out like that, bro, and I'm from Miami. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Y'all gooned out in different ways. That's what it is.
Oh, I brushed the girl's hair earlier.
We do got hella BBLs, so I can't fall there. All right, and I guess we get into the next topic, which would be, I guess it would be the Minecraft Sonic CrossWorlds review.
Yes,
I know you put that up.
Yeah, that was, fun. They had 3 different characters: the Crawler, Alex, and then Steve. They had a new track. It was a good event. I think they have a Joker event tomorrow.
They do have a Joker event tomorrow.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard if you
And
did a
Joker-
Joker event in the
Joker's
in the
unlocked
open
now.
network test, like everything would transfer over.
Did
Yeah,
it?
that's the one thing they dropped the ball on. They should have made it to where the people who did the test, like, got those rewards just transferred to their account.
No,
Oh, yeah, it's kinda
that's
like
what
we have to do
Absent
this
told me. That's what Absent told me is that if you did it on the
Where was it
open
gonna
network
happen?
test, I don't know, but he said that if you did the event in the open network test, it would transfer over.
Damn.
Damn, wait, so is it confirmed that? Wait, so are they adding new stuff?
Hey, can you get some Minecraft event going on in the background, Angel?
Some Minecraft event.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you streamed it.
I did not play it at all, like on stream.
Damn. Caleb, you streamed it, right?
I think I did a little bit. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
not, you
yeah.
just-
Absent just said, yeah, you can go see your rewards now.
If not, you could just run my stream because I did stream the event the first day.
So you're saying we can go like load up CrossWorlds and see it? Oh, yeah. I want to show y'all right now. I want to show y'all right now.
New events? I mean, are they giving new rewards on top of that? Could you see that, or
I'm about to show you right now. I'm about to load in the game.
I'm gonna still play the Joker event regardless, though.
The game is loading. We'll see. It's Sonic Racing. Maintenance is planned for the time listed. I don't care because I'll be sleeping. The Joker event. Downloadable content obtained, of course. Ooh. All right, go to info. Oh yeah, that's a fact. I didn't finish this event, but yeah, everything is transferred over. Everything does transfer over. Oh shit. Now, I mean, the good thing I didn't finish this event, so I guess I'll play this event so I can get the rest of the stuff. Still mad I missed the Minecraft one though.
Okay, that's done. I'm glad it transfers.
Angel, you missed the Minecraft. That means you missed the gadget.
I did.
Well,
Damn, Angel running on FOMO right now.
Yeah, it happened.
It was a free event.
Right?
Yeah, I just didn't have time to play.
That's fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
man. But you know, it's all good. I feel like eventually they're gonna make it to where all the gadgets you miss is gonna come back in some way, shape, or form.
And you're gonna have to use Dompa tickets to get those, probably.
Probably,
Yeah.
but you know, I
use
think
no
as
Dompa
long as you're
tickets on that.
able.
Or
think,
they'll do it, or they can do it like redo events. You know what I'm saying? Like once they get done with doing all the events that they have planned, they can always revisit the older events for the ones that missed out on them. You know?
Yep.
True. Maybe they do it like in a battle pass style. Like, so let's say they do commit to a season 2. So season 2 event number 1 would be going on the same time as, or like the battle pass would be running the same time, or the festival pass I should say would be running the same time as, let's say, season 1 Hatsune Miku. I can see them doing it that way. So it's like a legacy kind of pass or something like that.
Could be.
I wonder if that's what Speedstorm's trying to do. They seen Sonic Racing CrossWorlds do their own festivals, and they're like, "Oh, let's do that too." And then you gotta rank up, yeah, and then you gotta rank up and get rewards from the festival pass.
That could be true, man.
What?
Because you
They
know,
could even come up with their
Gameloft
own
will do
ideas.
anything to.
I
make
mean,
it look
I mean, if Gameloft looked at the festival events as CrossWorlds, like, you know, we should do the same thing for our game. You know, I mean, I would knock it. I mean, if it's working for one company, they might want to see if it works for them.
Yeah, but the difference is Sonic's on is free.
Yeah.
You know, these motherfuckers probably gonna have you pay for it or some shit.
They said you have to get the currency. When I heard that, I was like, "Yo, this don't sound right to me."
But
And on top
overall,
of that, the multiplayer mode that they're talking about, if they copied the festival event from Sonic, who's to say they didn't copy the multiplayer aspect too?
I mean,
The
but
mode that they're doing.
what in Sonic CrossWorlds and their multiplayer leaderboards will be different than Speedstorm, because at the end of the day, Sonic CrossWorlds leaderboards is also who plays the most.
Yeah, but you also
That
have to
is
win
true.
the races, so it doesn't matter if you play the most, because if you play the most and you
That
lose,
is-
you're not ranking up.
That is true. Like once you get high and like once you get in legends and stuff, you
Yeah,
actually
it
got
ain't
to start
easy.
winning your races.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, cause I know, like at the higher legends, you literally have to hit podium every time in order to get points.
You have to hit top
Yep.
4. If you're not hitting top 4, say goodbye.
Yep. And apparently you could win, like you could get podium a couple times, but if you lose one race,
You lose all
you
that
lose all
progress.
that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you
That's
basically
crazy.
have to be like good.
Mm-hmm. That's the grind. The grind for real. You know what? You know what? Imagine if they took the crossroll idea and put it in Speedstorm for the rank mode. That'd be kind of crazy. But then it probably wouldn't work because the game would probably crash.
I don't know. I mean,
Could you imagine
let's
trying
just
to go
see
into
what they
a
got to
crossroll and the
do.
game just crashes?
I mean, to be fair, Cross will still be fucking crashing, so
I like that though.
it crashes a lot, bro.
It'll crash in the beginning of the race or near the end of the race.
It's still too much for my liking.
Hey, it still works. It works better than how Gameloft was running it back in the day. I'll say that. I remember every little race I got into was a crash. That was a bad time, especially on ranked, and then you hop back on, all your points is gone.
Disgusting.
Nah, but overall, I fucked with the Minecraft event. You know, I'm looking forward to the Joker one, even though I guess technically I already did it. But you know,
What do you think about the new gadget that we got, the free one? I guess they're all going to be
it's
free
cool.
regardless, but
I mean, I haven't tried it yet. But listen, anything that you're getting now in terms of gadgets, you kind of want because you never know if they're ever gonna buff or nerf gadgets.
that's true. Did they even because I know warp rings was disabled for a while. Is it actually available to be used now? I haven't checked
I think so.
because I haven't been using warp ring ever since
No,
I heard it
you
was.
still can't use it online.
I wonder why that is. Did
yeah.
they mention why?
It was some clip somebody posted of them using the warp and landing on somebody, like them being invisible or some kind of glitch. So
So maybe they're trying to fix that. I think the Minecraft event was amazing. Yeah, I realized, every race was pretty much on the Bedrock track, the Minecraft world, because, how often is everyone going to get the chance to really play it? I'm not sure because we have the deluxe edition, right? So we have access to the track. I'm not sure if, the people that didn't buy the deluxe edition could play play on the track outside of the event. Maybe they could only play on the track on the event, and that was it. So that's why everyone was voting for that track. And honestly, if that's the case, hey, Sega knows what they're doing, because that's one way to get people to buy DLC. Man, I had so much fun on the Minecraft track. I gotta get the DLC now. Like, I think they did a good job on the design. I like the sound design for the track as well. First lap and third lap. I like how in the third lap the track changes and you're in flight mode. They really did a good job with that. I like the dragon that they added as another obstacle you gotta evade to make sure you can hit the boost, the in-air boost. Like, I'll give it to them. They really nailed the track design. The free gadgets, I like that. As to what Nano said, like, anything where you can get more content for the game and you never know if they're gonna buff or nerf anything is good to have, or just in general, just more options to have, because you never know if you might find some new meta because of these free gadgets that they're giving us. And I like the fact that everyone is able to obtain the gadgets for free, even if you didn't buy the DLC pack.
Yep.
All in all, I think so far they've nailed these events. The Minecraft one was the third event that we've done so far, right?
Yep.
Because we did what? Hatsune Miku. What event was second? Or was Minecraft second?
I think Minecraft second.
Yeah, Minecraft
I
second.
guess
So the
if you
Joker event.
if you considered the open network test event, then yes, the third.
Yeah, technically for us it would be the third event, but we're going on the third event now, so they're doing a good job with the events. I like how they're handling it. I don't know what they'll do in the future in terms of other events, because it seems like we have an event twice a month is what it's looking like.
Yeah, maybe in the beginning.
because the September the game dropped at the end of the month, so
You know, it looks like their events are based on when they release new characters.
yeah.
Yep.
Just as what Sonic told us, he said for every free DLC and every paid DLC, there's going to be an event for them.
Yeah,
and so far, so true.
That's a fact.
I'm excited.
Minecraft, you got the Hatsune Miku, and now we got the Joker.
And next month in early November, I believe it's Ichiban. SpongeBob and Ichiban.
Yes,
I think Ichiban's first, and then SpongeBob's at the end of the month.
Yeah, so you'll have those going to be your two festivals for November.
Who's coming out in December for paid? We obviously don't know who's coming out for free, but paid, was it said?
Probably it will be the next one.
Is that Mega Man, or does Mega Man come out next year?
I know Avatar and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is next year.
Does Mega Man and Proto Man come out next year too?
I'm not sure.
Because that was their most recent. That was the most recent reveal.
Let me see.
So, all right. So the roadmap of characters for here. So the first one is Minecraft. Second is SpongeBob. It looks like the third one's Pac-Man.
Is it?
Okay, that actually makes sense.
Pac-Man, and then Mega Man is after Pac-Man.
Pac-Man for Christmas? Mm.
And then Mega Man after? What? Proto Man?
Mega Man.
So Mega Man will be coming in January after the new year.
Yeah,
and then the Ninja Turtles. So Pac-Man in December, and then we're gonna get Mega Man in January, Ninja Turtles in February, and I guess Avatar in March.
Okay.
What? Yeah, but we don't know the free DLC yet, though. Either. Obviously, we know that some of them are going to be Sega characters, but I'm just like interested to know which franchise they're coming from, because I believe after this month we won't know which free characters are coming, because they only let us know 3 characters so far. Is there any leak on that, Angel? Do you see anything?
What? On what?
On the free DLC characters.
No, after, this article that I'm reading is just after Mega Man. They talk about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Avatar. Yeah, and then Avatar. So they talk about those two.
Because after Ichiban, like what I'm looking at, it says Ichiban's the 3rd wave, and then there's like 10 question marks. So technically, we're getting 13 DLC characters. At first, they mentioned 12, so we actually got 13. But it's gonna be twice a month for an event. So the free DLC characters or the festival events for those characters, they're gonna go way past the Avatar festival.
Okay.
So we're gonna have festivals at least, I'm thinking, up until summertime, and then maybe that's when, after the last one, they'll announce, season 2 DLC coming for us.
All right, so this is the leak roadmap. It doesn't really give us information, but it goes the Werehog, the pre-order, Sonic Prime, you get the Minecraft, and SpongeBob, then it's Pac-Man, and then you get question mark season pass pack, which is Mega Man. That is so it looks like after Mega Man is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then Avatar, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's the last
DLC, Ichiban, and then all question marks.
We're getting 2 for 13. You see 13, or it's a question mark. We're getting 2 characters. It says.
Yeah, we're getting 2 characters. And then you get one character, one vehicle for like the next like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not references, character IDs only. So and then in this one, there's 2 characters. It's not referenced. Only the IDs were, but there was 2 characters. Free DLC, 2 characters. Again, down here.
So hold on, for 13 and 19, are we not getting vehicles as well? They just say 2 characters.
Yeah, the ones that just says characters, you're only getting characters.
Okay.
So you're getting a track for Avatar. You're getting a track. So all the paid ones gets a track.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, we're not getting no information. All these question marks are there, so we don't know what each one would be. But we do know the characters, right? Because they did announce like the characters. It's just in the order which they come out, we don't know.
So Sonic says Knights has been confirmed for the free DLC in character in December. So we're getting a nice
Okay.
in December.
Ooh, okay. Nice. I fuck with Knights, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that's a great Christmas present for the Sonic fans, for the CrossWorlds fans.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I mean, we
Hopefully
already know
Knights is a
that probably
booster
like
character.
we already know that II is probably gonna end up coming out too, as well. So
BD Joe, Jet, all those characters eventually gonna be coming.
yeah.
Obviously, we're not gonna get Danica Patrick or Wreck-It Ralph, but I'm sure we can get some good replacements for those characters.
Also, you have this roadmap too. I don't know if this is old or not, but it tells you the characters. Oh yeah, because you see this character right here for Q4 2025. I don't know who this is. My bad. I don't know who this one is.
We're delayed by 10 seconds, so I gotta wait to see what you're talking about. Okay, here we go.
So the green looking character.
I'm not sure actually.
Then you have these two for
Yeah, I don't know. She looked like she could be.
Hold on,
Probably
we're getting
for,
another
like-
Sonic character?
yeah, we're getting a classic. You're getting classic Sonic, bro. That's gonna be crazy. Classic Sonic about to be gas.
Yeah, I don't know who a lot of these fucking characters are, but
We're
they
gonna
should
get
be
Michael
from the
Jackson in
Sonicverse.
in the character selection menu for Sonic, the classic Sonic.
Yeah, yo, stop it.
Never know, they
So
might.
I'm guessing the Knights that you say that you guys are talking about is the one where Mega Man is. These 4 characters.
It would have to be where the green chick is because that's after Ichiban. Ichiban's next month.
I mean, Nano would have known if that would be a part of Knights, right? Because he fucks with Knights.
I've never played Knight, so I couldn't tell you. But Ichiban
like
is
Knights.
November.
Yeah, I think Knights is December.
Oh, hold on. They got 2 DLCs that are the same up there. If you haven't noticed, Patch 3 and Patch 4. The one with the purple hair.
Oh, that's right.
So this might not be a good leak. This might have been like a guess or something like that.
True. It might be good.
Possibly because they didn't. Because if Knights is supposed to be a character coming out, wouldn't his picture be here?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, I've seen the picture of Knights, like the cover. Like I don't recognize any of these characters being in that franchise.
None of these are Knight.
Look like someone's wet dream over there.
Whoa, yeah, no, you can't trust some of these sources, man. Can't trust some of these sources, bro.
They're just throwing anything together. Oh, this looks good. Let me upload this now. No, I'm definitely excited. I'm curious to see what Ichiban's cart looks like. I don't think we have any leaks on that yet.
No, you can see his car in the trailer. And that shit look beast.
Okay.
That shit looks like a hulking piece of metal.
Well, all I know is that the SpongeBob event It's gonna go crazy because everyone's gonna be voting for that map, Bikini Bottom. I
Yeah,
doubt
we already
anyone's
know
gonna
you a
pick a random
Patrick
track.
ass nigga, bro. So
I'm definitely not a
we know
Patrick dude.
we know
I'm more
you're
of a
looking for
Squidward.
it. We know
But
you're looking forward to Patrick, but
I was looking
I
forward to
think
Squidward, but it's all good.
listen, man, Squidward, he ain't here, man.
Squidward's the realest,
So-
bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. As I got older, I started to Squidward. I was like, man, fuck SpongeBob and Patrick. They always on one, bro. Y'all need to grow up. Oh, you catching jellyfish, bro?
Listen, man. I think I'm looking forward to what the new seasons have to offer.
Yeah,
So-
same. Oh, another thing. So if you hadn't noticed from the first event, which was the Hatsune Miku one, going into Minecraft, when you finish the festive pass, obviously you don't technically finish it because it's unlimited. But
Mhm.
when you finish the rewards that you can gain, like the earnable rewards, you get Dompa tickets afterwards on an unlimited track. They actually upped
Yo.
the Dompa tickets. So in terms of getting, I think it was like what 20 or 40 after for finishing the
Yep.
festive pass, it went to 80. So
Yep, it
they damn
did.
near doubled or whatever the case is. So it's always a good thing to keep playing the festival to get these Dompa tickets because, as you know, Dompa tickets are hard to come by. One and two, everything you need to get in this game that require Dompa tickets is expensive as hell. So this is your
Yep.
best bet to earn like the currency in this game to get other stuff for your characters or customization in this game. Because from what I
That's
heard,
true.
isn't it the AI avatars like 2,500 Dompa tickets?
It's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
It's
like
a fucking lot.
I was hoarding Dompa tickets from just playing the game, and I was sitting at like 8K. You mean to tell me? And there's so many races in this game. You mean to tell me if I buy like 3 AI avatars, all my Dompa tickets is done? Like that's crazy.
Yep. So you better spend wisely.
Yeah, because it's not easy to come by. So definitely try your best, guys, once you finish the festive pass to keep trying to earn those Dompa tickets because that's what you're gonna need for your end game content. Because once you do all the time trials and all that other stuff, the last thing you want to do is just unlock everything else, and that's gonna take a lot of currency. I don't know how Pro did it because Pro said he did, but kudos to him. That sounded like a lot of grinding.
Yeah, Pro's a super grinder. Well, he said I think he still has to get like the auras and like the horns, and then he's good.
Okay, the party says the AI skins are 1,500 tickets each. Even then, the party that's still a lot of tickets. And there's how many races in the game right?
It is a lot, man. It is a lot.
Yeah, it starts adding up. As soon as you get to 5, you're like, damn, that's a lot of Dompa tickets I just spent.
It is, man. It is.
I think we talked about the festival enough. Definitely a W festival. And the previous one was a W festival as well. Can't wait till tomorrow. That's when the next festival starts. But moving on, I got some stats. You know, I before I got into the VC earlier, I did peep the chat in our Discord.
Oh shit, absent.
yeah.
Okay. Hey, tell Malk I said what's good, man. My bad. You go. Just had to
Nah,
give
no
a
worries.
shout out.
And I realized, Ferrari was putting up some stats, and he was like, "Well, I was kind of cherry picking, so that's how I got these stats." I was like, "Okay, the party," but I put up some stats for myself so that we can show you guys what it's really looking like. So, Angel, I sent some pictures to the group chat that you can pull up for these stats. And no, Ferrari, I didn't cherry pick these.
Oh god. Do I want to know?
I mean, you're gonna see it when you open them anyway. So
Yeah. Sammy basically just crazy. on the slander here. Well, who said that?
Hey man, I didn't start this. I just came out here with the facts.
Steam player counts is crazy, Sammy. That's crazy.
And for I do want to say when I got these stats was after peak hours for CrossWorlds. So peak hours for CrossWorlds is usually around 3 to 5 p.m. EST. I got these stats after 6 p.m. EST.
Damn.
And look at this. So the Steam player count from the first image that Angel showed was actually the demo. If you can go back to that one, Angel, because they don't even have the player count from the actual game on that database that I was looking at from Steam charts. But I got the demo stats, and I was kind of shocked how many people were still playing the demo. And then when I compared it to not Sonic CrossWorlds, to Speedstorm, I was like, wait, what's going on here? Look at the peak. Look at the peak averages in 30 days. You had almost about the same amount of players playing the damn demo and playing Speedstorm. What's going on? What's going on, guys? Y'all will sit down and play a limited demo of CrossWorlds and play Speedstorm?
I mean, but if you look at the current player count at the time of this screenshot, there was only 56 on a demo and 282 on Speedstorm.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but I'm just saying. Numbers are looking kind of too close to comfort. But if we go to the next player count, it's night and day. It's not even close. Because the player count is up 10 times. 10 times.
Is there not a database for current?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Is there any current stat?
Current stats? Guys, I pulled this up at 6 p.m. EST today.
Yeah, but why is there no Sonic CrossWorlds like as an actual game on here?
I have no clue. Hold on. If you go to the second picture, Angel, that is the current stats from the game. I pulled that up from SteamDB because they have the player count on their database.
I mean,
they just
have
got like
2,000 more players.
Yep. The player count is 10 times, bro. That is crazy. Mind you, that's just on console. That's just on PC. We're not even talking about console.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Sonic CrossWorlds seems to be the better choice. Welcome to the number.
Yeah, but we do have to remember Sonic CrossWorlds is a newer game. Speedstorm's been out for like a couple years now.
True.
That
Twitch
is true.
Viewer count is crazy. Damn, you really gonna do the Twitch viewer count like that, Caleb?
Hey man, Ferrari brought a Twitch viewer account, so I brought Twitch viewer accounts, man. Like I said, I wasn't nitpicking.
That is true, man.
I didn't even pull up peak hours. I pulled them up after peak hours. I gotta wait till tomorrow for peak hours. And if I pull up the stats tomorrow, it's gonna look ugly because everyone's gonna be playing the event.
Oh shit! It's gonna be a higher player count and a viewer count
so
too.
Would you guys? So like, is there anything that's? What would you guys consider like if you were to compare like a new season for Speedstorm? What would you say is like the equivalent for CrossRoads? Is that when a new map and a character comes out?
I think so.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I think tomorrow we're just having a character come out.
Yeah.
But I mean, Minecraft came out and then Minecraft map came out. It was lit.
Yeah, but you can still say this. Like I think every festival is still going to be popping, regardless if it's not a new track, because people are going to hop on to play. Why? Because obviously there's a free gadget you can earn, and there's decals and stuff, different customizations you can add to your carts.
That's true. I guess I was really just trying to like find the most comparable moments.
If that's the case, I would say every time there's a paid festival, a paid DLC festival, that would be comparable to like a new season in Speedstorm then. Because at that point you're getting something like brand new to the game apart from just a cart. Because if you really want to look at it this way, you could technically say the free DLC festivals is like mid-season racers coming in the game.
Okay.
Would you not? Because I mean,
Or
technically
that,
you're getting racers, right?
Or that the paid seasons are like golden passes and the free
Yeah.
second characters are like mid-season.
Yeah,
You just don't have to pay for them.
that's how
Well,
I
I
look at
think-
them.
Okay, that's a good way of looking at it.
Hopefully we don't get no diamond passes.
Like a character like Hatsune Miku and Joker, they're like mid-season racers essentially. But then the SpongeBob, the Pac-Man, Mega Man, are like.
Okay.
But this is our mid. So Sonic CrossWorlds is on their mid-season, you know, with the Joker.
Yep.
The only thing I will say, I hope they do. They might not, but I do hope they have a track for the free Sega characters. But I don't think so, the way it's looking.
I mean, I'll look at it this way. Since it's a Sega IP and they're bringing it over to their own game, I can see them adding a new track in a free update every once in a while. Like, let's say they give us a track from Crazy Taxi because it's their own IP. They can do that. Or they'll give us a track from Jet Set Radio because it's their IP. They can do that. I can see them doing that. It might not come in the version of a festival, but later down the line, like maybe it's a free update. Every different season of the year, we'll get like one new track from Sega. I can see them doing that.
They did just put something out. It says something that they're already looking at, you know, the 2 years of content.
Oh,
3 years to
so technically now they're just confirming that we might actually get season 2 and 3 then.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Damn.
man, that's pretty good, man.
That's a success. I gotta give it to him. I gotta clap. That's good news because I wasn't too sure if we were gonna get anything after season 1 based on like paid DLC. But if they're pretty much confirming we're gonna get season 2 and 3, I'm happy because that's more festivals, more gadgets, more decals, more content, more horns, whatever you want, but also more characters and more tracks. That's exciting. And more characters or IPs that we can speculate to cross over into the game. So I know I've been talking a lot about Speed Racer lately. So shit, that's one character or franchise I want to see come to the game. It makes a lot of sense.
Is that related to Sega in any way, or do they have any like ties?
So that's why I'm saying it would be a paid DLC thing.
Okay.
Because that's usually what the crossover characters are, right? Paid DLC.
Okay.
I'd pay for Speed Racer if it came with a new track and a new gadget based on Speed Racer.
For any and everything, man. This is basically gonna be the Smash Bros. Of racers.
Of racers?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
You already got hella Smash Bros. Characters already in the game.
That is true. That is true. Hold on. You think, like I said, you think because there's no Diddy Kong Racing, or you think because there's no Diddy Kong Racing or F-Zero that we might not get those characters in this game?
Shit, if they add Captain Falcon to this game, that'll be fire. But I do hope they'll work on F-Zero, especially with the success of F-Zero 99. So I'm not speaking that into existence.
No, I'm just saying, like, that'd be kind of cool. You know, Captain Falcon. You know, we get him in the game, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong in the game. I know Caleb would be happy.
Yeah, but I don't think Nintendo's not going to allow those characters.
Not after the slander they got from Sega with the release of.
That's facts. That's facts. Because those are Nintendo companies.
Nintendo's gonna be like, "Fuck you guys! I seen that trailer. We the RV. All right."
Damn.
Yeah, you don't get.
I mean, shit, bro. I feel like Nintendo's going downhill, man. The latest Pokemon game release, from what I've been reading, is not looking too good.
Nah, that's that power effect.
That's crazy. Yeah, like I heard the design for like that Mega Starmie was trash.
Yeah, that shit was.
People are
not
finally
it,
starting to
bro.
open their eyes. They saw Power come out, and they're like, "Man, y'all doing Pokemon better than actually Pokemon."
I mean, I don't really think it is the Power Roll thing. I just think Game Freak just fucked
Yeah.
up.
That one ain't got nothing to do with them being
thing.
incompetent.
I think it has something to do with Power. The fact that Power came out and made a more competent Pokemon-like game has people opening their eyes and saying, "Nintendo, y'all could do better, bro." And I think that's what's happening now.
No, they're definitely not doing better with that latest Pokemon
graphics and
game.
world. Pokemon's graphics should look way better, bro.
It should.
And it should
There's no
perform
way
way
an indie
better.
company at the time should have came out with a better Pokemon game.
And Pokemon ain't even on PC or other systems, so they only gotta optimize for like one system.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's no excuse for performance issues with the Switch too. So I mean, what are we doing here?
Yo, and you know what's so
Oh,
crazy? Funny we talking about Pokemon because motherfuckers are saying that Digimon game is
It's better.
Yo, I've been wanting to
bro.
play that. I was like,
me too, bro.
For the longest time, I've been saying Digimon was the better franchise. Motherfuckers laugh at me. Now what?
damn, but for one game, come on, all right, Sammy, relax.
Listen on them. I'm
Relax.
What's up, man?
I think people know it's just Pokemon's more popular. Digimon always was better, but sometimes better doesn't equal more popular.
They used to say the same shit about Sonic Racing Transformers.
So,
it's better. Now what?
For me, I don't know what's better. I just prefer Pokemon more. I was never into Digimon, but I'm not gonna say that Digimon wasn't. Like I think they cater to different like people.
Yeah.
But I do think this is really nice to see that Digimon's getting a lot more like shine because of Nintendo's mishaps with Pokemon as well. Yo, isn't it crazy how Nintendo can like Sonic CrossWorlds and Digimon like go crazy because they're like they're like not doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo's low key. Like, I have no hope for the future of Pokemon games if this game has anything to show for, because Game Freak, Nintendo, what are you guys doing?
See, that's exactly what I said when I saw that Game Freak trailer for that new game they was doing. I was like, yeah, I like the concept, but I'm seeing frame rate drops and all that crap. I'm like, I ain't playing this.
Yeah, but
especially knowing that they make
necessarily
Pokemon games
like,
and they suffering from the same issues.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily like they're not making that specifically for like Nintendo though.
I know they're not, but I'm saying I'm not gonna play it just because they always suffer from optimization issues.
That's true. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna play it off rip, but I'm gonna see what people are saying, and if it's getting good scores and people are saying they're liking the game and it's not super buggy, then I'll fuck with it. Because I do want to support Game Freak doing other stuff other than Pokemon.
Like I said, at this point, Nintendo, you need to drop that lawsuit, shake hands with Pocket Pair, the creators of Power, and be like, bro, we was just jealous of y'all. We seen your greatness. We apologize. We put you through this BS. And
they ain't never
as a token of our apology, we asking you, we getting on our hands, our knees, and we asking and begging you guys, please work for us and make our next Pokemon game. Everything in the world of gaming would be cool after that, bro.
I don't think Pocket Pair should accept that, because Pocket Pair should be direct competitors with Pokemon to add more pressure to Nintendo.
Okay, but they are doing that, and what's Nintendo doing? Lawsuit, patents, and it's effing up the rest of the industry.
Yeah, but I still think they don't need to work for Nintendo. Nintendo needs as much competitors as they possibly can. Competitors push other companies to do better by the people.
But you know what I think it is too, Nano? Nintendo has a track record of not wanting to spend a lot of money to make their games, and I think that's part of the reason why the Pokemon franchise suffers, is because we come to the point where we expect more out of this franchise. That more that we expect is going to cost Nintendo more money, so these games can come out the way we want them to be.
Yep.
I don't think Nintendo's going to be like, yeah, we'll put the same kind of money that we put into Mario Kart World into a Pokemon game. They're not going to do that, even though arguably I think Pokemon's their biggest franchise.
I actually think it is too.
Which is a damn shame, because they're dropping the ball on this. It almost for me, it feels like Nintendo should even own Pokemon. Somebody else should own Pokemon and do good things with this franchise. I feel like it's being wasted away right now.
Yeah, but you know, we'll see, man. I mean, that's crazy, absent. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't think it's completely over for Pokemon, but they gotta step their shit up, man.
Most definitely.
Huh? But I guess we could get into the next topic.
Yeah, we could.
And
but
I think
Angels still, it's Arc Raiders beta. I played it. I'm not sure if you guys played it, but I definitely played it. Boy,
well, we could talk about it, even though
I was gonna stream it, but that was the day that you came up with some, the emergency meeting. So I was like, damn, I don't know if I want to stream. And then it's something big.
Hey, listen, it was definitely an emergency, man. I'll say that.
Yeah, it was definitely a surprise. I'll say that. That threw me. That threw me for a loop. I was like, "What the hell?" I'm glad I didn't stream. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad I didn't stream.
Hey, man, but I will say though, one of my homies was telling me about Arc Raiders, and he was saying when he was playing it, it was mad fun, man. What's your experience?
It was, bro. I tried my best to play as much as possible for the entire Service Land weekend. I was working all weekend though. I had to call in sick for one day because I just wasn't feeling good. So half the day I dedicated that time to play the game. And bro, I'm not gonna lie. This is from the same studio, guys, that made the finals. The free-to-play shooter that's out right now with the crazy destruction. Okay. Yeah, it's Embark. And if you guys didn't know, the studio heads at Embark are actually ex-DICE devs that worked on the good Battlefield games. Not this new one, even though this new Battlefield is a great game, because these guys obviously left before that timeline. But we're talking about Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 4. The games that everyone raves about as being the best games in the franchise, apart from 6 now, because that's a good release. So these guys came over and created Embark Studios or whatever, and I think their studio headquarters are in Korea, if I'm not mistaken. But the first game we were introduced to was the finals, and at the time the finals came out, Arc Raiders was actually supposed to release like in 2022. I don't remember if you guys remember that, but then it got pushed back and delayed because they needed more time to cook. And boy, that was a great decision, because this game is amazing. The same way I feel about playing the finals is the same way I feel about playing this game.
Is this an extraction shooter?
Yes, it's an extraction looter shooter. So you go out there. Okay, so I don't think I'll be spoiling anything by saying this, because you can get it from the trailer. So basically, you're in the future, and pretty much, I forgot what happens because it was like a cutscene, and you don't see the cutscene again after you watch it. But essentially, it's like this one faction took power, and that faction had like arcs. Arcs are like AI robots that fly around the surface of Earth, and they're like security. And you go there to the surface of the planet to go and get resources, and go back down underground into like a market, but not really a market, like a grander village that everyone lives in, because you can't live topside anymore because the arcs that are guarding the surface will attack you and they'll kill you. So everybody is like underneath the world or underground in this village, and everyone's just trying to survive and get by. And then you have all these I guess renegades and stuff like that coming together to make this city, and you guys are working together actively to try and take back what you can. So I like how they have, I guess, the campaign built through the multiplayer. So how that works is you'll go to a vendor, whether it be the gunshot vendor, it'll be the security vendor, it'll be the general trade vendor, or the health, the guy that gives you health upgrades, that vendor. You'll go to one of them, you'll take a quest from them, and they'll have an objective for you to do. And that objective that you do is something that you can accomplish when you go topside in the PvPvE mode, which is the one mode that you play so far in the game. So you'll launch into, I guess, like this, not a rocket, but like this tube, and the tube will shoot you up a hatch to the surface of the planet. And once you get there, it's like you drop in with your team. It's teams of 3, and you go around the map trying to loot things. So you loot blueprints, you can loot rare items, you can loot guns, you can loot healing supplies or just general supplies. You can loot parts to build guns and weapons and whatever else that you can think of, like gadgets, like a zip line. You might get rope to now be able to help you build your zip line. Different things you can think of that you can loot. Essentially anything you can make, you can probably loot the parts for. So you always go up there to loot the best gear possible, or the parts that you need to make the gear or the weapons or the gadgets you need. So when you go on your next run, you'll be more prepared for what you need to do, especially on quests. So like I was saying, with the quest system, it's basically like a campaign system that shows you, I guess, the progression of the people in that village that come together, and then you guys are going through the story together. So the vendors are like the people that you're working with, and they're trying to ask you to go up to topside because you're a raider, to go help them with these missions to complete. So one of them is like Shani. She works security, and she's always telling you, "Oh, I need you to go destroy these arcs," and it'll be like destroy an arc wasp, destroy an arc rocketeer, destroy an arc snitch. These different arcs are different AI. So a snitch basically is like a drone that hovers above like an area on the map that'll have a lot of prime resources that you can collect, very good valuables, and it will hover in that area. And if you're nearby and you make a lot of noise, like gunshots, or you're trying to open up different crates and stuff like that to loot things, it'll alert the snitch. The snitch will fly down from wherever it's hovering, and it'll spot you. When it spots you, it'll shoot up like 3 flares up into the sky. Once you see those 3 flares, yes, you hate snitches. Once you see those flares fly up into the sky, bro, run. Do not sit around. You sit around, the worst thing can happen. 3 hornets will pull up on you. 3 arc hornets, they'll come, swoop in, and you're like, oh man, what's the worst that can happen? Bro, it only takes like, I want to say 30 seconds until you're dead from 3 hornets, especially if there's no cover in the area. Those guys are the worst because it's not just one you got to deal with, it's 3. And normally when you're dealing with all 3 of them, there's like almost nowhere you can hide unless you're near a facility where you can just go inside and close the door, and then you're safe for now. The problem is also, because it's PvPvE, the minute you start firing your gun to defend yourself, that's other teams now knowing your location. Other teams ready to come in and swoop in and take your resources that you might have collected from a nearby facility, right? So there's a high stakes element to this game. You're always on your toes because you don't know whether, okay, should I be loud and brazen, or should I be stealthy as a ninja and go through and get what I need and get out? Sometimes you're just like, sometimes you'll come into the game and you're like, oh my God, I'm not finding any resources. And then the last thought that comes to your mind is like, you know what? I might have to run into a team and intercept them and take their resources. And that's happened quite a few times where I loaded in with a team and we just can't find anything of value. And we're just like to each other, you know what? Let's look for a team. And we'll go hunting for teams to go get their resources. And then it's a big firefight because we be thinking, oh yeah, it's just gonna be us versus a team. No, there's another team waiting by, third partying you guys, and then they drop in. And little do they know there's another team waiting for them to drop in so they can drop in and swoop in and then get all the rewards. So it's crazy. One aspect I like is like there's kind of like world bosses in the game. Like there's a hive queen that'll be maneuvering across the map. And a team of 3 is strong, yes, and they can take down a lot of different arcs. But to take down a queen, 3 people cannot do it, as I just explained why. Everybody goes to the surface. Why? For resources. That means resources are limited. Ammo is limited. Weapons, depends on how much resources you gathered, can be limited as well. Also, every time you use your weapons, it loses durability. So you always have to fix your weapons. It's not going to be easy. This is real life. Well, not really real life, but this is kind of realistic. So you always have to make sure that you're on top of everything. You got to manage your resources well. So just because I have good weapons doesn't mean I can use them all the time, because damn, my weapon's going to break if I bring it to the surface next time. So I got to put it down and bring a weaker weapon, a weapon that's going to be less effective. So as I was saying, there's arc queens that'll be on the surface maneuvering across the map. And these are big AI robots, right? And a team of 3 can't take this down. And sometimes you'll see people make deals with other teams and be like, yo, ceasefire, don't shoot, don't shoot. Let's try to take down this queen together and we can split the resources. And for a lot of the times, people will agree, like they'll go out and they'll try to take down the queen. And, you know, at that point, you know, all bets are off. Everyone wants the resources for themselves, because how often do you, 1, get to defeat a queen, which is like technically, like I said, a world boss, and 2, you know, if you just defeat a world boss, the rewards you're gonna get from that shit is gonna be crazy. Why the hell would I share that with a team?
So niggas be on that, they be on that
bro.
bullshit.
Yeah, bro. There's been so many times where I had an op on my own team. Literally, me, I'll be in a duo and we pick up a random, and the random's doing good with us so far. And then as soon as we meet opposition and we get downed, all I hear from the rat on our team, yo, don't shoot, don't kill me. You can pick me back up. I'll let you have my teammates' resources. I'm like, what? Bro, you're supposed to be with us. What you mean you giving away our resources like they're yours to begin with? It's crazy. Bro, you'll see, bro, playing this game makes you realize the type of people that would be like this in real life.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to be my teammates. Bro, this game is amazing. There's so much going on for this game. And it was a lot for me to take in playing it in just like a weekend. I was just like, holy shit, it feels like there's so much to do. There's a lot of crafting you could do. Bro, they put a lot of thought into this game. The fact that you had a story mode kind of like built into you playing in the multiplayer section of the game is kind of crazy to me. I don't really see that in games apart from Destiny and Division. So being able to play a game like this caliber is very refreshing, because you don't really see this anymore in gaming. You don't really see companies or studios take chances on designing games anymore. Everyone wants to play it safe. Right now, the trend is let's try to be Fortnite. And as great as Fortnite was, it's like Fortnite doesn't keep my attention like that anymore. Not since the Thanos update. I haven't touched Fortnite. I want to play something different. I don't want to play a new game and it's Fortnite 2.0 or Fortnite 3.0. Like, give me a new game to play. Like, where is your creativity? Where's your imagination? What's going on with the gaming industry? So right now, I'm excited for this game. It's supposed to drop at the end of this month. I think, October 30th? I'm probably buying it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna buy it.
Streaming it a lot?
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming it a lot, but I'm gonna be streaming it after I play like CrossWorlds and stuff. So like, if I play CrossWorlds throughout the day, like the end of my day, I'll stream Arc Raiders.
Okay, because I want to watch some of your streams because you're the second or third person that's saying this game is fire. So,
Bro, this game is lit. And honestly, at first I was like, damn, why are they making this free to play? But honestly, I will pay top dollar to play this game after playing the beta.
so this isn't a free to play game.
No, it was supposed to be free to play at first, and it was only supposed to be a looter shooter. And then they turned it into an extraction looter shooter and added the PvP element. It was actually just gonna have the PvE element where you just fight the arcs, but like I said, it's a PvPvE game where you fight the arcs and you can fight other teams while trying to extract and loot different resources. So the arcs, don't get it twisted, guys. The AI in this game is strong as shit. Bro, you're not worried about other teams when you play this game, even though other teams could be an enemy or a threat to you. You're worried about the arcs. The minute too many arcs roll up on you in an area on the map, say goodbye, bro. Yes, absent Arc Raiders. The minute the arcs pull up on you, if there's too many hornets in the area where you're collecting resources, just leave. Because anyhow you alert them, you're not gonna last too long unless you have a competent team and they know what they're doing. But even then, it's still a risk because you make too much noise fighting those arc hornets. An arc rocketeer can come up and just obliterate you instantly. Another team can pull up because they hear you making too much noise fighting these things off and take your resources after you get rolled over by the arcs, which has happened a couple of times. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's even stuff called arc leapers, and boy, you don't think these things are that bad until you see them up in person. You're like, how bad could they be? And then they start leaping all over the damn map and then jumping on top of you and hitting you with these AoE effects, and you're like, oh my god, I'm dead. Like, sometimes you gotta find out the hard way. Sometimes you gotta F around and find out. And then once you find out, you're like, no, I'm good. I ain't doing it again. Honestly, I'm not sure if Angels can put this on screen, but I can pull up like a quick gameplay so the rest of you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because it's one thing sharing my experience, it's another thing seeing what exactly I'm talking about on a screen. Like I said, if I did stream this, I would have had this for you guys to watch, but wasn't able to stream it because, like I said, Nano had some juicy information to tell us, so I didn't want to compromise my stream because of that.
Super juicy, by the way. Anyway.
Oh, hey man, listen. I'm happy to hear that Arc Raiders doing big things. Seems like everybody that's played it has nothing but amazing things to say about it. So I will be looking out for the game. I don't know exactly if I plan on playing it, but you know, I do know you know, it sounds like shit lit, man. It sounds like shit lit.
It is, bro.
Hopefully it's better than The Division. I know that had like a blackout extraction mode. But you know, we will see, man. We will see. I guess Angel or Caleb, do any of y'all have any thoughts on Arc Raiders? Have y'all heard anything?
No, but the way Sammy explains it sounds very interesting. It's kind of sound like kind of like Battle Royale. I mean, you play Apex Legends. You're in a firefight, and people can hear, you know, your gunshots go off. So then they come and they try to freaking swoop in. You get third party, and fourth party, and fifth party. So, kind of reminds me of Apex the way he's describing it.
Bro, it's honestly nuts.
I think what's interesting is that it's like if there's like only a limited pool of loot, and then everybody's fighting for the pool of loot. That sounds interesting,
bro. It's crazy because you'll find something that's like insanely rare, and then you're trying your best not to die. Like
So
it got to the
how
point
you-
where I'm just like, I'm not trying to fight nobody. I'm trying to leave. Like I'll start the match up and I'll find something immediately. I'm like, nope, I'm going to exit hatch immediately.
Once you get the valuable loot, how do you get to where you're safe? You have to like leave the level.
So what there's different ways you can leave to go back underground. So one is a hatch. The only problem with hatches is you need to have a key to open these hatches. And then another way that you can exit that I know of, because I only played the beta, guys. So I don't know if there's other ways that you can leave. I've only done what I can in the limited time I had. And the other way you can actually go back underground is through a lift. And oh my gosh, the lift is like probably like the worst way you can probably exit. Like if I had hatch keys, I would do the hatch every time because you don't have to deal with anything. The problem with the lift is, yeah, it'll bring you home, but there's only so many lifts on the map that you could utilize. And most of them are in hot spots on the map where it's surrounded by different arcs. So the minute you call for a lift to come bring you back down into the underground, a huge alarm will go off. And you already know what I'm about to say next. All the arc in the area that can hear that shit is pulling up at the lift. On top of that, teams can hear the sound of the lift alarm going off. So they know, oh, a lift is being activated. That means a team is ready to go. A team is ready to go. They must have some good shit on them. Let me go third party. Let me go snoop. And then, boy, it'll be a firefight because one, you're trying to defend yourself enough in time for the lift to come up so you can call back the lift to bring you back down. And two, you're trying to make sure another team doesn't get the drop on you, trying to defend yourself against the arcs. So I've had it where I'll call a lift and we're hiding in the bushes, hiding in the trenches to make sure we're safe. And all of a sudden, arcs start pulling up because the alarm went off. Not only that, we're looking to see, oh, do we see any enemies on the map? Because we don't want to just all of a sudden come out the bushes, our cover, and run straight to the lift. And now we're getting shot at because they were waiting for us to make a move. So there's so much going on. Everything feels intense. Everything feels like you have to have a plan for it. If you don't, you left with like your dick in your hand. I don't want to be caught with using my, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be caught out there like that. Like that's happened way too many times, bro. I've experienced some shit in this game, bro. I'm like, man, if I had a dedicated squad, this shit wouldn't be happening to me.
Yo, I think Pro is actually playing the beta, man. So he might be somebody you might want to get in contact with.
For real, I gotta have somebody come in this game with me. Pause, because this game legit, it's fun. But if you got randoms with you, man. Ugh, I've gone through some things, guys. I've gone through a lot of things.
It sound like he out here robbing people, but the whole time he getting robbed. Ah.
Hey, I did rob a couple teams. I did wipe a team once. I was so upset because I wasn't even streaming. I was like, damn, look at all that work I put. Just smoke a whole team. And literally, you know what was funny? I smoked the team and another team came in third party and smoked us.
Dang, so like, you got a bunch of hyenas.
I was like, damn, that's how the game goes. I smoke a whole team and a team comes and smokes my team out. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like the safari. It sounds like a bunch of hyenas in the game. Somebody yells hunt and get the freaking zebra, and then all of a sudden the hyenas want to swoop in because they can't hunt. They trying to steal what you got. Yeah, that's it.
And because they know we just took out a team, we're gonna be down on health, down on shields and everything. That's the perfect time to come in and swoop in and clean up because they don't really gotta do much work. We're all injured. It's some crazy stuff. I sent Angel the gameplay of someone playing this game though.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know if he could show it on the pod right now. But this is honestly one of my favorite games. Like I played the Divisions and that game was fun. I liked how realistic it was. I thought it was like unique because it was I felt like it was one of the only games that were out there of its own kind, like its genre. Obviously you had Destiny, which is kind of the same game but in a different setting and everything feels different. and I like Destiny as well. The first game I'm talking about. Didn't play the second one, so I don't have anything I could really speak on about that game. But then I played this game, and I'm like, it feels like both of those games, but its own thing at the same time. And even though they were ambitious in what they wanted to bring to this game, like having the PvP setting and also having PvP, they made it work, and it works well because everything blends. You know, you can fight just the AI enemies. You can try to avoid actual people in the game and accomplish your raid that way, or you can just go out and fight teams and take their loot and leave. But then there's an odd chance that even if you do fight teams, or you're only looking to fight teams, that you'll alert arcs in the area because noise attracts arc. Also, if you raid facilities, certain facilities have security cameras, and if the security camera catches you while you try to open doors, it'll alert arcs, and the arc will come to that area. And if the facility has windows, the arcs are very smart that they'll fly up to the level you're on and they'll start scanning the floor, and if they catch you, that's when they start shooting you. So it's kind of crazy. Like, there's no way you can play this game and not encounter something, whether it's actual other raiders going out there to loot things, or arcs just trying to, you know, hold security down. It's crazy. This game is actually fun. I recommend it. That's why I was trying to tell you guys to play the beta this weekend, whether you play it with me or not. I just wanted you guys to experience the game for yourself, because before the beta was even announced and came out, I heard so much good things about this game based on the alphas and the other tests that were going on. The other content creators got to play. So I was like, man, I got to try this out for myself. And honestly, I was impressed.
Okay. That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. Sounds like you giving it, you know, high praise and flying colors.
Yes, sir. The same way I was raving about Battlefield 6, and right now it's cooking and it's eating, is probably the best shooter out this year or this generation. The same way I'm raving this game.
Okay.
So you already know. Look at this guy. He just got shot down by another arc. Not another arc, another raider, and he got looted, obviously. And that was his first match he loaded into. And mind you guys, the maps are not small. They're vast. For you to have to run around different areas on the map to collect resources, it takes a lot out of you, because you always have to plan ahead. You're like, oh, I got to go across the map to go here. Do I want to take the scenic route where I can hide behind things and take cover, or do I want to just go directly as fast as possible? Because you'll only have limited time. I believe it's 30 minutes every time you go to the top side. You'll start off with just 30 minutes in the area. And like I said, the map is huge. You have to decide, okay, where on the map do I want to go to get good loot? Or what am I missing in terms of resources that I need to go? Do I need to go to an industrial area? Do I need to go to like a chemical area? Like, where do I need to go to get my resources to build what I need to build for my next raid? These are things you got to think about and on the fly. And even though you might want to get these type of resources, your teammates might be like, oh, I don't need those resources. Let's go here. So now you have to argue where you want to go raid. And after you do that and you finally figure out where you want to go raid, now you got to figure out what other teams might be in those areas that you want to go raid. And if we run into a team, what are we going to do? What arcs are in that area? Like, there's so much that goes into how you want to raid that it takes a lot of your time too, but also it raises the stakes. Now you're on a high alert because you're like, shoot, now I know I'm going to probably cross into another team or a lot of dangerous arcs on this raid. Like, this man's on his second raid and he's already down. I think they're taking out his team as we speak. Yep, just took him out. This man has not had a successful raid yet. He's struggling right now. Oh yeah, on top of that, there's a level system. Having fun though. He is having fun. There's a level system, so you can level up, and there's a skill tree that you can level up every time you level up. So I don't remember the categories of these trees. I just remember there's mobility and survivability. There was another one. It was in the red category of the skill tree. I forgot the name of that one.
Is this like a max level you could get to?
I'm not sure what the max level is because I was playing the beta and I could only level up so much. Not saying that they maxed out or they capped the level that you can level up in the beta, but there was only limited time, so I couldn't really level like that to know if there was a max per skill tree. Like, let's say I spent all my points in one skill tree, would I be able to spend more points in other skill trees? I don't know that. I only got halfway through the mobility tree. I was like, I want all the mobility possible. I want stamina because stamina in this game seems to be king. The minute you in a cross fight or you in any kind of firefight and you gotta run and you have no stamina, you're cooked. Because you cannot run after your stamina is depleted. You can't do shit. You can only walk or dodge roll like he's doing on screen. And even when you dodge roll, it's a lot slower when you have no stamina. And the animation that you're caught up with when you have no stamina trying to do a dodge roll has you like stuck in place for a bit sometimes because obviously you're tired. And without any stamina and you in a cross fight, it's GG's. It's good night because you can't do anything. You got to pray that your team is nearby that comes bail you out of the fight. Also, if you're down, it's not the end of the day because your team can pick you up, obviously, like in Fortnite. Or if you die, your team can bring you back with a defibrillator or something like that.
Okay,
which is nice.
The defib.
Yep, the defib. So it's not the end of the world if you go night. As long as you have a competent team with you and they care about you enough, they can bring you back. Or they'll just or if you're random on the team and you die, they'll just take your resources. The one thing I'll say that they did that I like is they added this feature in your inventory called a safe pocket. And it's only one inventory slot. So with the safe pocket, you're able to put one item in there that you can keep even if you die in your raid. So let's say you got a rare item in your raid, you can put that in your safe pocket. And if you die and it's in your safe pocket, when you go back to the main menu, it's something that you kept with you on your raid once you died.
Okay.
So it's not a total complete loss if you die. That's the one thing I did like, because there's been many times where I had a quest that I needed to do. I needed to bring back a certain item to one of the vendors. And I was like, if I die and I lose this shit and I have to go through the hell I had to get this item back, I'm gonna be pissed. So I just put it in my safe pocket. Or if I raided somewhere and I got like a super unique item, I put it in the safe pocket because I'm like, if I die and I lose this, I'm gonna crash out.
Okay.
So that's one saving grace for every raid. Just as soon as you find something you need or unique, just put it in the safe pocket. Don't chance it, bro. There's been times where I've chanced certain things and certain items, and I was just like, man, there's a safe pocket, not even use it, bro. So many times I beat myself up because of that.
Okay. Well, hey, man. Looks like Arc Raiders is going to be some hot shit we got to keep on the lookout for.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I'm going to wait for the game to come out and see what the homies are saying and see what the gaming streets are talking about. But, hey, man. Looks like Arc Raiders might be up, man. So, yeah.
What did Pro tell you about it?
I didn't really get to talk to him about it. I just know he said he was playing the beta. So,
okay.
Next time I talk to him, I'll be able to ask him about it.
Oh, one other thing that I thought was unique about playing this beta. I went to go check my friends list because normally when you play a game like this, you can kind of add people you recently played with. So before I even was able to check that list of people I played with, I went to check my friend list because that's obviously where you're going to go to find recent players. And once I got in there, I was kind of surprised. And I'll tell you why. As I mentioned earlier, this is a game that was made by Embark Studios. Embark Studios, if you don't know by now, is the same studio that made the finals. So what I'm about to say might come to a surprise to a lot of you guys. I'm not sure if any other studio or game companies do this, but as I said, I went to go to the friends list. And to my surprise, a lot of the people that I've added playing the finals were in my friends list for this game. So essentially, if you make friends in this game or in the finals, if you play another Embark game, that friends list carries over and you can play with those same friends in either game.
Okay. That's
So let's
pretty
say
dope.
let's say I met Nano by playing the finals, and all of a sudden I'm playing Arc Raiders now, and I log in, and I see Nano online in the game. I can invite Nano, and we can play together in Arc Raiders. And I do not
Sounds
have to
hella dope.
re-add him. Yeah, that's cool. I like I said, I haven't seen that in
Little quality of
another
life
game before.
thing
I
going on
lied.
there.
Ubisoft Connect and EA have that. My bad, I lied. Your friends list carries over for EA games and stuff, and Blizzard games. My bad.
I mean, we always love the quality of life stuff, so it's not a big deal if they do get it or if EA and Ubisoft already had it before. So
Yeah. I just thought that was unique. I did not expect that. But yeah, definitely check this game out. It comes out the end of the month. I believe it's October 30th is when it actually releases. I'm not sure if I'm getting it day one, but I will be getting it at some point, just like I will be getting Battlefield 6 at some point.
okay.
So if you want to play with me in either of those games, just let me know. Cause I'm gonna have those games eventually at some point in the future too.
All right. I guess we could get into our next topic, which would be the Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yes, sir. So Ninja Gaiden 4 just released recently, I believe earlier this week, or what I believe it was on the weekend actually, while I was playing Arc Raiders that I saw that released in Game Pass. I was like, damn, it's out already? And
Yep.
right now, you know, the reviews is, like I said, man, like I said, this game is the game, bro.
Okay, the game
Right now-
gaming, man. The game gaming.
Right now, this game has good reviews. I'm telling you, right now, IGN rated it 8 out of 10. Steam, right now, the reviews is 9 out of 10. Metacritic is sitting at an 82. This game is that game. I hear it's very difficult right now. A lot of people are struggling with the difficulty, and rightfully so. This was the Souls-like before Souls-likes. So, you know, all I gotta say to y'all is just get good, bro. Get good.
Hey, after beating Wukong, I can take on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Monkey King.
Okay,
Alright.
okay.
Let me find out. You gonna be the next one saying, "Oh, this game is too hard."
No, that ain't me. I always play on the hardest difficulty
How
on
you
every
gotta
game.
play. That's how game is game, bro. It don't matter what game it is. You can always play it on any difficulty, and the hardest difficulty. So it sounds like a lot of casuals hopped in this game thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna do this." Nope. This game right now,
Okay.
this game right now is living up to its name.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people saying they're having fun with Ninja Gaiden, man. Is it like, I wonder, shoot, I don't, so Sammy, man, based on what you've been hearing or what you've been seeing, you think it's getting in that Game of the Year contention spot, man?
I definitely think it could be nominated. And I think
So
a lot more.
he's saying this game is going to be the gamer of gaming. That's what Nano said. The gamer of gaming. The game of gaming.
I mean, so you think it's a possibility, but do you feel like it's a higher chance that it gets into it or not?
I think it. Okay, so before, obviously, R.I.P. to Tomonobu Itagaki, which was the creator of
Definitely
Ninja
rip.
Gaiden and one of the people who were very crucial to working on Dead or Alive, the fighting game franchise. R.I.P. to him, because he brought us two good game franchises in Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive respectively. So before he passed away, honestly, I thought this game we could always meet the requirements to be nominated for Game of the Year. But now that he's passed and the game is being met with such positive reviews, and on top of his passing, I think it's gonna be to a point where it's pushed into that category now.
Okay. Now,
I think a lot of people are gonna want to see it up there as something to honor Tomonobu. So I think, like, without a doubt, I could see it being in the category now. Like, obviously, I would have loved for it to just be in the category without all of that, but I can see where, you know, people are voting on it with their hearts instead of just like being a critic. And if we're just gonna be a critic, the game is solid. The game is good. You know, the fact that people are struggling on the game tells me everything I need to know. Is Ninja Gaiden, and Ninja Gaiden is back in full form. So I like that because it's been a while since we had a Ninja Gaiden game. I think the last one we had was like what, early 2010s. Ninja Gaiden 3.
yeah, Ninja Gaiden games usually get like high remarks from
2012.
people.
That was the last time we saw a Ninja Gaiden game, 2012. And from what I remember, Ninja Gaiden 3 wasn't one of the better games in the trilogy. It was the worst. It was Ninja Gaiden Black, the first game that went the hardest, and then Gaiden 2 was a solid sequel, a solid successor. Gaiden 3 is where they dropped the ball. So Ninja Gaiden 4 looks like that's where they picked things back up and kind of like wrote their wrongs, which is good to see. So I'm glad that, like, the Ninja Gaiden series is back in full form and they're getting the love they deserve, because this franchise, like I said, was a Dark Souls before Dark Souls.
But yeah, and Ninja Gaiden is one of those series that is definitely known for their difficulty, high action.
Yep.
And people love Ryu Hayabusa, man. So
Yes, sir.
look like he back. And Ninja Gaiden 4. I don't know exactly if. I don't think I'll be getting this game when it comes out because there's so much games. But I will say, yeah, I will say though, I do know that a lot of people are, you know, speaking highly of the game, and you never know, man. If it comes on sale, I might have to give it a try, man.
I will say one. I don't even know.
He said on sale. He said he ain't paying full price.
I will say
It's not that I don't think the game is worth it. It's just so many, like, you know, so much stuff coming out right now.
that's fair. The one thing I will say though, however, is I remember there was talks of there being a Dead or Alive remake. So for you, Absent, I guess this would be more so up your alley because me and you know the franchise well. There was talks in more recent times of them doing a reboot to the franchise. I don't know how that holds up now that, you know, Tomonobu has passed away. I don't know if he was a big part in that reboot. I don't know if because he passes away now, the game won't be to where it needs to be, because as I said recently, you know, Dead or Alive 1, 2, and 3 were hits. 4 was a solid drop in the franchise, but then 5 and 6, we don't talk about those shits. So if they're gonna reboot the franchise and they're gonna be more like 5 and 6, then what was the point of rebooting the franchise? You should have just came out with Dead or Alive 7.
Yep.
So I don't know how the future looks for that franchise now. I know Ninja Gaiden's in a good place because they just dropped 4 and now they have the formula to cook and eat for the next entries if they ever do another entry. But in terms of Dead or Alive, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I never really paid too much attention in Dead or Alive. I do know that I feel like the Dead or Alive series has like a niche, somewhat of a niche audience. But I do know the people that care about Dead or Alive go super hard in it. I know our homie Absent loves Dead or Alive. So I'm kind of like you, Sammy. Since I don't keep up with it, I don't know how much of an influence he had with the current Dead or Alive games. But I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they could continue coming out with some like fire stuff.
Absent says that he might have been working on 7, but obviously he wasn't able to finish his work. So Absent saying someone could like finish it for him, but I mean, like at that point, it's like, how much work did he really put into the game? Because are you really working on the game when your health is in decline, or like are you taking time off? That's my thing. And how early into the development of the game was he around? And in terms of that development now, what was like fruitful development, like things that he was actually working on in the game and not like just concept?
Yeah. Nah, I feel that.
And it's a damn shame because this franchise could easily come back and cook in the right hands, because this franchise used to compete with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. But then, you know, like I said, at some point around after 3 and 4, Dead or Alive fell off a cliff in terms of popularity and everything. And, you know, that's just what happens with the fighting genre. The same thing happened to Soul Calibur. That shit's dead. I don't know if Soul Calibur is going to come back. Virtual Fighter, that was dead for a while, and then Sega brought it back, and now there's how much hype for that game. So the same could have been said with Dead or Alive if, you know, it comes back and it's fire shit. Because right now the fighting genre could use some good games, because, you know, Mortal Kombat just released and it wasn't that good. There was supposed to be talks of other DLC coming in the game, and they scrapped that. And they said, this is just what's going to be the game. Everything that came to the game so far, that's it. There ain't going to be no more new DLC. So this is like the perfect time when fighting games are struggling, and there's only 2 franchises holding it up in terms of Street Fighter and Tekken, where you can kind of come in and eat some of that share of the pie from Mortal Kombat, because Mortal Kombat had a down year. Dead or Alive can come in and be like, okay, let me take some of your players now, because this is a good game.
Yep.
But yeah, fighting games in general, as Absent say, usually struggle with staying powered, and the longevity ain't good because it's a fighting game. Like, how do you keep interest in a fighting game? Unless you're in the competitive scene, you're not really going to stick around a fighting game, because how can you when there's not much content apart from new fighters or like a new stage to fight on? Like, it's not like you can add in some kind of live service event where everyone can like get in on. Like, how do you do that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, the only thing I could say is I just hope both of the wait, Sammy, do you know if the guy that passed, did he have any influence on like the more recent Ninja Gaiden games?
I'm not sure if he was heavily involved with 4. I know what's the studio that made Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, Team Ninja and Platinum Games. I know they recently came out like during COVID, the trilogy for Ninja Gaiden, and it was met with decent reviews. And from then I heard them doing talks of a 4th installment, because the trilogy, the remastered trilogy, was met with you know, glowing reviews. So I'm not sure if he actually had much involvement in the 4th installment, and if it was just the team that worked on the remaster for the trilogy. I do know he was involved for Dead or Alive though, so that's where I'm like, I don't know if, like, where does the game go from there? I don't know if he was, I don't know how heavily he was involved in terms of the development of that game. I don't know if he was running the studio or something like that. and because he's gone now, they gotta look for a replacement. I don't know if it's gonna be hard to replace him, and now they just say, you know what, forget Dead or Alive, reboot. I don't know what happens. And usually when games are in development and something like this caliber happens, where like a studio head drops down or whatever the case, sometimes games they'll just get canceled, or they'll find a replacement and then the game releases and it's not up to snuff. So I don't know.
That is true. That is true.
Especially when we need more fighting games. Like, that's the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah, it's always sad when, you know, you hear people that are like, you know, make some of the most legendary games, you know, end up passing away and stuff like that. I don't remember for what was the reason of his passing, but, you know, regardless, it's always sad. But
honestly, I would definitely say this is up there with Toriyama dying, because he's probably like the godfather of these type of games. And for him to pass, like, we're definitely losing a legend in the
yeah, man. It's always sad, man. It's always sad. You know? I don't know, man. I guess hopefully Ninja Gaiden goes extra crazy, man. And I don't know. I don't know exactly if it is gonna be in the Game of the Year or its contention, because there's so much bangers out this year.
A lot of people's favorite games might not make the cut. I'll just say that.
That's a fact, man. That is a fact.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's a stacked year this year.
It is. Well,
as long as they don't put DLC and shit in there, remakes or remaster, I should say, then I would understand. But if they put that shit in there, then we got a problem, because it's a lot of games missing out on being in the contention because it instead is a freaking DLC. Like, we're not gonna do that again.
Yep. Yeah, man. Well, I guess we could get to the last topic.
Yep. Okay, so the last topic for those comic book fans or movie goers, you know, recently DC had a shakeup in terms of like who's running the show, and obviously, you know, it was announced that James Gunn would be running the Warner Brothers DC Comics division, and it would entail like the games, the movies, the animation. But right now that all could be in jeopardy, because as I did explain the last couple of live streams that we did talk about this, you know, Warner Brothers is up for sale, and the first batch of rumors came out that it was Paramount that was looking to buy them. And what was said was that from an insider that had knowledge on the situation, had Paramount been able to buy them, Gunn was out. There was nothing Gunn could do. He was gone. And they would replace him. And, you know, not much was really said after that, but apparently that was some serious talk, because from what was said was that Paramount was actually declined in terms of their offer. So they offered something and Warner Brothers declined it. I'm not sure if that had anything to do with, you know, James Gunn, because he knew he was going to be on the outs. And he said, oh, well, if we're going to get bought, might as well get bought at a better asking price. I don't know if he was behind that or anything like that. That's what I'm speculating. But now it's being said that, you know, they're up for sale again, because obviously Paramount didn't get to buy them. And right now, some of those players in this buyout are Netflix, Universal. Paramount's still in there. Obviously, they're gonna throw another offer. I gotta put up the article, but just give me a second. But those are some of the those are some of the entities that are looking to buy Warner Brothers. As of right now, I believe Warner Brothers is just under $20 per share. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this?
I think it's kind. I think it's an employee. You gotta trust this random employee that what he heard, supposedly heard, is true, and they talk firing him. I don't know. I think it's cap. I think that motherfucker just making shit up, and James Gunn's gonna be with DC. You don't literally get rid of a whole timeline, hire a new director just to get rid of them after their first movie.
But that's literally what happened after DC got bought by DC merged with Discovery.
But well, they got turned down, so maybe that's what the Paramount people want to do. But that doesn't mean if they get bought by Netflix that Netflix is cool with Gunn, or maybe Warner Brothers turns down all the offers. But Paramount doesn't have DC, so the whole idea that James Gunn is about to leave when the company that doesn't want him there wasn't able to buy him. Like, I think people speculate. Unless James Gunn comes and says, or there's like some actual reputable information, then I assume that this DC universe is the one that's going to be around for the next decade.
So from what was actually said, or what's at stake right now, actually James Gunn, he doesn't even know if he's going to be running DC in the near future because of this buyout. And that came out recently because while all this was going on with the talks of Warner Brothers putting themselves up for sale and talks with Paramount, Zack Snyder was on Twitter and was posting images of, like, unseen images, mind you, of like his characters from the Snyderverse. So there were images that he was posting of Batman, of Deathstroke, of Superman, Black Adam. All these characters were being posted under Zack Snyder, and a lot of it was trending on Twitter because people were like, what the hell is going on? And as I just said earlier, one of the players in this buyout for the sale of Warner Brothers is Netflix. So right now, a lot of people are speculating that the reason why Zack Snyder was putting out all these images of unseen images of the characters from the Snyderverse is because he's trying to draw interest in the Snyderverse because Netflix has a real shot at getting Warner Bros. Discovery. And if that's the case, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation that Netflix is interested in continuing the Snyderverse. So what do you guys feel about that if that does come to fruition?
Well, would Netflix just have their own version?
I'm indifferent. Honestly, I could care less.
I mean, they could split up the timeline. They could have the James Gunn timeline, and if they wanted to have Snyderverse have its own timeline, then one way you could hit two birds with one stone, and then maybe in the future have an ultimate that brings the two timelines together or something.
I think they could always bring the two timelines together because DC is a multiverse. That's just how it is. And if anyone knows comics, the Snyderverse of DC is actually the Injustice timeline. So it's not the Superman we're accustomed to. It's a different take on Superman. That's why he felt so different. But different's not a bad thing as long as it's following that storyline or that arc of these characters, which it was, right? But a lot of people didn't get that. A lot of people aren't in tune with the comics, so they see this Superman, they're like, what the hell? And they can't agree. And then one thing leads to another. Warner Brothers shakes heads at DC because they do a buyout and a merger, and they become Warner Brothers Discovery because they merge with Discovery. And then Zack Snyder is out, James Gunn is in, and now there's another buyout or another sale, and James Gunn is on the chopping block, just like how Zack Snyder was. So I don't know if this buyout happens and they all of a sudden Netflix is like, well, you only did one movie and you're the only Peacemaker, so even if we get rid of you, it's not really we're not really going to take a hit because you didn't really I guess expand in on your universe because it was just one film. Whereas we know Zack Snyder has like what 4-5 films out in his universe, we can just continue off that storyline. And you know, Zack Snyder's Justice League was a hit, even though it was 4 hours. It was breaking the internet. I don't know if Netflix looks at that and they're just like, we'd rather just go back with Zack because it's tried and proven. Whereas opposed to we can keep James Gunn, but we know we're gonna lose some money on your movies, and on top of that, your movies are divisive. Do we want that right now? We seen what we went through with The Witcher. We had to cancel all that shit. So I don't know. I could see how they can keep both because, like I said, DC is a multiverse. You have multiple stories of the same character, different iterations. Like I don't know. I heard some people say, oh, they could do like Justice League Dark and it's Zack Snyder. They could do like Justice League Light and it's like James Gunn. But it's like, I don't want to see two Justice Leagues, and I don't want to see two Justice Leagues where one Justice League is cool as shit to see on live screen and the other one's lame. Like, if they're doing two different timelines, I would rather see a team of the Justice League and then like another team like the JSA, the Justice Society of America. So one, we got the JLA, the Justice League of America, and then the other team could be the Justice Society of America. So one team will have the 7 superheroes that we know, like Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash. You get it. The other team would have like Jay Garrick Flash, the one that wears a helmet, Dr. Fate. Does Wonder Woman make a crossover on that team? I don't remember. Hawkman. But you get what I'm saying. It's like the same league, but two different teams, two different groups of heroes. And I can see how that would work because technically you'd have a different timeline. One would be like 1940s kind of era of the Justice League, and then the other one would be like present day, who we're used to right now. So I can see how that works. But if you have two of the same teams working at the same time, having two different movies, like, I don't know how that works. Yeah, you can connect the timeline at some point, but like I said, you don't want two of the same teams running head to head, competing with each other at the box office, and one team is deemed lamed and the other team is deemed like cool as shit, because that doesn't help the characters at all. And it doesn't help DC at all, because let's say you have a Superman movie this year and the next year is Batman, but Batman from the different universe, and then the Superman from that universe is cool, but the Batman from the other universe is lame. It's like, you're not building up anything for DC. You're not building up any hype, and you're not getting any traction, because it seems like one movie you do good, the other movie you do ass, and then it's teeter-tottering. And then people are like, do I really feel excited to go watch DC movies? Because I don't know if they're going to be good. It's hit and miss. One movie is good, the other movie is trash. And then all of a sudden they're going up for sale again. Like, the last thing I want to happen at DC is that, you know, the buyout gets approved and they reboot again. I'm tired of these reboots. Like, DC is something I'm very passionate about. The last thing I want to see them is being in a hole.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, when it comes to like the hero stuff, I know people are usually like Marvel fans and whatnot.
I don't blame them. Their live action universe came out and it was pretty good up until the Thanos arc. So rightfully so, a lot of people are gonna be Marvel fans now. But seeing DC in this state is just, it's not something I'm accustomed to, because like I said, growing up, we had that good we had some good live action series like the Batman Dark Knight series, you know, and we had the good animated movies and stuff like that, the good cartoons, good games. So the fact that now the games are bad, the animated movies are bad, the cartoons are bad, and on top of that, the movies used to be hit and miss, and now they're just bad. Like everything right now with DC is bad. It seems. I haven't read a DC
Yo,
comic in a minute, so like I don't even know if the comics are bad.
Sammy, if you're like a fan of DC, let's get into Invincible, bro.
Damn, you telling me to switch sides completely? You telling me to drop DC and go to some?
I'm not
and go to a
telling you
different
to
comic?
drop DC. I'm just saying if you like DC, then I think you would really like Invincible.
I heard good things
Because
about Invincible and the boys.
yeah, honestly, if you like hero shit, like you probably should be watching those anyways. But I think Invincible will scratch that DC itch you're like looking for. So, one of these days, man, give it a try.
Might have to because I haven't been excited about anything DC or comic book related in a long time. Marvel's been wet in the bed after Thanos. DC has been wet in the bed after they like rebooted. And I tried to give this Superman a chance, and some parts I did enjoy, and there's too many other parts where I was just like, all the parts I enjoy, you getting rid of all that goodwill because of all this other bullshit. So it's like now I have nothing to be excited about in terms of like superheroes. At this point, I have legit superhero fatigue. I know a lot of people like to say it. It's a buzzword for a lot of casual viewers of like superhero movies and entertainment. But for me, this is real because I grew up with this shit. So like, if I'm saying I have superhero fatigue, it's real, bro. Like, it's never been a point in my life where I sat down and told myself I'm not excited for anything comic book related. Like that for me is fucked up. It doesn't even sound like me saying it.
Yeah, everything I'm hearing from you, bro, do yourself a favor and start watching Invincible. And then The Boys.
Man, what you guys think though? Because I know you guys, I know Caleb, he's big in DC as well. I know Angel said he likes more. I know you, Nano, said you're more lean towards Marvel.
I'm in the middle. I like more Marvel stuff, but that's only because Marvel stuff has been good. But if I'm being honest, I don't have like a really preference side. I just like watching good superhero stuff.
Well, what do you feel about this whole situation? Like, if it goes down, like who's gonna buy them? Like, if so, there's Universal, there's Netflix, there's Paramount. I think Skydance is with Paramount, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know, bro.
I don't want Disney to buy them.
I don't know who's gonna buy them and stuff, and I haven't really done a lot of
Sony has a chance. I don't know how that would work if Sony bought them.
Honestly, man, your guess is as good as mine. The only thing that I could say is I hope that whatever happens, I just hope that this DC gets put into some good hands because I know DC been struggling lately.
As I've been saying, and I feel like I've been beating on a dead horse at this point, if anyone were to buy them, I'd hope it'd be Universal, because out of all those studios I just mentioned, Universal seems to try the most. They might flop with a movie in one franchise and they'll keep coming. Like, I believe it was Transformers, that's Universal, right? I could be wrong, but I think Transformers is Universal, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Transformers for a lot of the time would fumble the bag, but you don't see Universal give up. They keep putting out more Transformers movies, more TV shows, and all that stuff. That's a company that cares. They'll try. So even though they might be losing money here and there, they don't give up on the franchise. They see it through, and that's a studio I want in control of DC. They like Nano. You went to a theme park on the weekend, owned by Universal.
Yes, I did.
These people care about entertainment. Could you imagine all of a sudden they open up a new park at Universal and it's DC related?
Hey, that would be kind of lit.
Yeah. So having Universal buy them is not a bad idea. They already have the Hulk, but they can't do nothing with the Hulk.
That's facts.
So can you imagine them with like a whole franchise and IP of superheroes all to themselves, and now they can put them on a TV screen, do what they want? At that point, I don't care if you reboot. I trust you guys, even if you guys get it wrong, because I know you guys are willing to try. That's all I care. You try and you put your heart into it. You put effort. I don't want to hear that, oh, I'm changing this character because this is how I want to write. I don't know how I want to do a Superman movie. I got to sit down and figure out how I want to write a Superman movie. Like, when I heard that from James Gunn, I was like, I know we're going to have a problem here. I just want you to give me the Superman I grew up with. Or give me a different take on Superman that's in the comics. I don't need you to give me your version of how you'd want Superman. Because that's niche. No one wants that.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel like you make some valid points. Like I said, I don't really have like a specific preference. I just want whoever, like, whatever DC gets under.
Yeah.
I just hope that they could, create quality and bring life into DC that people haven't seen in a long time.
Yep. Even put some new characters on the screen that we've never seen. Static Shock.
Yep.
Caleb, what do you think? Because you've been real quiet and you're scaring me. You're a big DC guy.
They sleep on Static. That's the money maker.
They've been sleeping. That's the Miles Morales of DC.
They're Miles Morales. I like iconic character that multiple people can relate. I don't know why they're sleeping on it. Maybe because we get so many directors. Once we get like a solid storyline, you gotta add Static in at some point. But
superhero Static Shock.
He's up there with him and Batman Beyond. They definitely are.
Oh my God, Terry McGinnis! Don't get me started on Batman Beyond. Can you imagine?
They're like the heroes in the future, though.
I know he's from the future, but God damn, bro.
They really could have like had Static Shock be one of them dudes, bro. Like if they didn't stop with the animated series, they could have pushed it real hard.
Yo, I could literally see them doing a Static Shock movie series stylized by like the new Spider-Man series that we're getting, the animated one, the action animated one. Like if we get one like that, that would be heat.
It would be, bro.
And then they could lead into that, giving us like like his own movie and doing it like the Dakota verse where he's from.
Yep.
Do that as like a little spin-off, one-off movie universe, and then you can kind of tie it into whatever big DC universe you want to do. Like if they reboot again, I want them to do smaller heroes, like Static and do his verse, and then maybe you bring in like, I don't know, Blue Beetle, do his verse. I know they just did a Blue Beetle recently, but that was
the Blue Beetle movie was. I actually liked the Blue Beetle movie.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Me and my family.
It's crazy because, man, I feel like we just lost on a lot because of the reboot that they did with James Gunn.
Here's the thing: none of this is confirmed, though. This is just some rumors off of a supposed employee saying that he heard.
No, those are the rumors of the last time that they were talking about BIOS with Paramount. But Warner Brothers came out recently, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, and said that they're up for sale. So that's why all these other companies are jumping in now, because everyone's trying to buy them.
I just think, well, let's say another company does buy one. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go with a different director.
That is true. All I do know is that if it's Paramount, Gunn is gone. If it's Netflix, Gunn might be gone as well. Because Netflix got Zack Snyder, and Zack Snyder is signed to them, and he's doing like a whole bunch of movies for them. That's why he's been posting all those like projects of him with his like Snyderverse characters from the Justice League.
Yeah, man. Shit's crazy, man. Shit's crazy.
It is. Like, this is why we can't have good things, man. You always have some guy in a suit thinking they know better than the fans. And then
Yeah,
putting everything in the drain.
Gotta remember, man, it's all about the higher ups, man. Them stockholders.
Them game lofters.
You know, it's the people with the bread at the top, man. Well, I mean, was that everything you needed to say about the topic, my guy?
Yeah, man. DC, y'all better get your shit together. Whoever buys you next, y'all better lock in. Y'all on the timeline now. This is the Tournament of Power. Y'all got an hour for switch teams.
Okay. Well, hey, man, you know, I guess with that being our last topic, we could get into some, you know, final statements. And I guess for me,
Yes, sir.
it would have to be Expedition 33 Game of the Year.
I knew he was gonna say that, bro.
It already won the Game of the Year for the Thailand Awards, so looking like it's on par for the course. Ninja Gaiden, what Sammy said might come to fruition. It might get a lot of push and slide into that Game of the Year contention. I don't know.
Amen.
I'm playing through DK Bonanza right now, and I definitely think it's going to be there. So we will see. You never know. We might get a trifecta. Who knows?
We need a quad. I guess, what do we call it? Quadfecta? Vectra? We need Sonic Racing CrossWorlds in there too.
We'll see, man. But hey, man, shout out to them Orlando trips, man. That's it for me.
Damn, Caleb, you hear that shit? Shout out to the
Orlando.
trips.
It's a spot apparently.
Hey, Caleb, how you gonna top that, man? Let us know.
I've been to Orlando before. You know, I'll be there.
Okay, he know it'll be lit over there.
They got some stuff going down. I've been to EDC Orlando before.
Yeah, it sounds like Sammy gonna have to make an appearance in Orlando. Sammy going stateside? Damn, I might have to vlog that.
So I guess you got anything? I don't know. Did you say anything, Caleb, or you got anything you want to say?
I guess final statements. Shout out Toxic. I think he got like 6th place. There was the tournament.
Oh yeah, the tournament on the weekend. How was that, man?
It was crazy. The semifinal group I was in was hard. Like literally all of the top players were in there, so it was like a final. He ended up not qualifying, but Toxic held on and he made it. I think he ended up getting 6th. But yeah, the meta's changed. They found a build where You know, one of the things people were concerned in the game was like, oh, the item spam. Oh, he getting stunned. Well, now there's a build that you can literally stay invulnerable for like 80% of the race. So that's kind of like the new meta. But
Yeah, I actually heard people talking about it, but hey, man, we'll see how people adapt, man.
Hey, keep your chin
Yep.
up, Caleb. You already made it top 10 in the final, so
yeah,
or you made it to the first final, so I wouldn't sweat it.
yeah, I'm not tripping.
Yeah, there will be other tournaments.
Yep, this is only the second, so you good. Hold on, did you get paid from the first one yet?
Still ain't got paid.
Damn. So there's gonna be back payments after this tournament.
Well,
Yeah,
I've heard this one. Well, I heard this one was for free, right? Or like
Yeah, this one was for free, but yeah, you because it wouldn't make sense for you to have another tournament money when you haven't paid people for the first one you held.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised this one was for no money, but he still needs to pay those people.
He needs to pay you too, not those people.
Yeah, yeah, man, I'm part of it.
Yeah, because you know Sam needs some of that bread too. I'm just messing with you.
But I feel like if you advertise like $1,000 tournament, you got prizes, people sign up, take time out their day, take off work, whatever it is, to compete. You know, they work their way to the top, they win, and then you just like don't pay out. That's not right. And then it's like, you know, you probably have if you want to sign up, you have to join my Discord. So you probably got people in your Discord popping and stuff, you know, under the guise of this tournament. And then you end up don't paying, that's scummy. So
it's not
you know, I'm giving people time because like let's say you know you do get a bunch of donations and you're trying to pay people out and they see that you getting money from these different places is suspicious. So if that is the truth, then I can understand, but like there still has to be some type of plan or backup to get people who competed their winnings. You know.
So hold on,
because the guy who hosted it, he is on a business trip, so that doesn't look good. It's like, dang, so he got all that money in donations and hosted this tournament, didn't pay anybody. Now he's on the trip.
Maybe he going on a business trip to get the money for you guys.
But that is true. Yeah, maybe he's trying to, he got to work and get that money, and then he'll be able to pay us. So, but
no,
I mean,
you making it sound like he pocketed that money to pay his rent or something.
That's what some people, heads go. Just hearing the people talk, hearing people talk about it. A lot of people are worried, but
So my thing is, y'all couldn't just get the e-transfer? Like, why he got to do it through PayPal? At that point, if it's coming so messy to deal with through PayPal, just do the e-transfer. Get everyone's email and do the e-transfer.
Get a cash app, something, but I don't know. I will still stay tuned for that. At this, people are thinking about taking action, but we'll see.
Yeah, because remember, some of that money was added onto his own money that he put towards the tournament.
So people are putting their money for it to go to a grand prize for it.
And ain't no one got paid. Like, that's crazy. It's not a good look for SV right now.
Well,
how long you think I should wait? It just be like,
how long has it been since the tournament finished?
A month.
A month already?
Oh, 2 weeks.
You said 3 weeks?
Like 3 weeks.
He said, "Oh, okay." Well, hey, man. I mean,
I don't know, man. I think once it gets to a month, y'all gotta take some action because that's a long. A whole month. That's a lot of time to get that fixed. Like, it shouldn't take you this long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give it any longer than a month. Like, at that point, that's where you step in and it's like, I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Like, I could see where this could have took you 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks at tops, but there's no way I can let this slide after a whole month. Like it can't go longer than a month. Like I don't know if you even taking this seriously, like what's going on, but we got to settle this because it's not a good look. And it doesn't make me want to compete in your tournaments in the future because what's the point of doing a cash tournament and you not paying out?
Yep. I feel you, man. I feel you. But only time will tell, man.
Bro, I thought you got paid already. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that it's almost been a month is crazy.
Nah, man. Caleb would have said something. He'd have been like, I got my money.
That's
Yo,
true.
fact. Like, yo,
That is true.
Your homie got that bread.
He would have been like, I can't wait for the next tournament. Damn. So who won the final then? Was it S7 again?
No, he didn't compete because he said he ain't competing in any future tournament until he gets paid for the first one because he actually won.
Shit, I feel like that too.
I'd be
man.
the same
You
way
ain't
too.
You ain't
I don't
gonna be
blame him.
not paying me, and then I'm representing your tournament.
And you know what too? That's just terrible because at the same time, that first tournament had like how many? 200, 300? So
Yeah,
there was a lot of
200.
There's a lot of people that turned out for the first one, and because now people are gonna hear this word of mouth that you're not paying people from the first tournament when it was a paid tournament, you think people are gonna want to sign up for future tournaments now? Your reputation is shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not a good look for the future of you hosting tournaments. I'm not saying he's the only one hosting tournaments, but like, you know what I mean? In terms of Douse doing tournaments, I don't think people are gonna be enthusiastic about signing up. Just because they're like, can we trust him? Am I gonna get paid? Like things like that, people are gonna be thinking about now. You don't want that on you. You don't want that bad word of mouth. You don't want people to second guess your character.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also not good for the Sonic competitive scene either.
Nope. Hey, if that means other people got to hold tournaments to actually pay out, maybe that's what has to happen.
Nah, but hopefully you get your bread, Mr. Khalib.
Yep.
I mean, I guess all you could do is just hold out, man. It's an unfortunate situation, but you know, just keep your head up, my guys. You know, it ain't the end all be all, but you know, I guess I don't know if you said anything, Sammy, or was that Caleb's last statements?
Well, you know, just excited for, you know, the rest of this year. You know, we got some good events for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds tomorrow, but also in the future. We also got, you know, Arc Raiders releasing at the end of this month. And if I actually look, I believe it's the 30th, but I could be wrong. So it is the 30th of October. So we got that to look forward to. You know, a lot of good games coming out next year as well. GTA 6. And I'm just excited for the future in terms of entertainment, whether it be movies or games or anime. Very excited. And you can catch me on Sonic Racing CrossWorlds now because, you know, did all my appointments for my injury. Well, you know, your boy hurt his leg. And
damn, man, what you hurt your leg doing? Playing basketball?
Nah, man. I honestly, I believe I strained the Achilles, but it's getting better. So yeah.
You got the Kobe Bryant?
Nah, not the Kobe Bryant. It's intact. So
okay,
I should be good. I should be good. But that's what took me out of like doing my videos that I wanted to do for CrossWorlds and even playing the game. I haven't been playing much, honestly, because in between like working and then having to go do like appointments and like doing x-rays and ultrasounds, didn't have the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate for me, but things are starting to get good for me again, so gonna be ramping up. Been editing mine and Caleb's collab video. That should be out soon. It's looking good, Caleb. But apart from that, like I said, just excited for the future. Excited that we're almost at 100 subs as well. And, you know, we got to do a celebration because we hitting that milestone of 1 year on YouTube as a podcast. So we're going to do something big. I'm going to sit down with the guys, have a conversation. We'll talk about things leading up to that stream. We'll do something big for you guys in the community. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay. Well, hey, man, I guess it's on you, Mr. Angel. You know, take us away, my guy.
Poppy's
All right. Oh shit! All right, y'all. Great podcast, everybody. Yo, we definitely had some spicy topics. All of them. You know, we'll be back on next week, same time as normal. You guys like the content, like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified whenever we go live, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Much love. You have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, on Jeff, this shit on Craig.
Yeah. Mike's hot, but I missed a lot. Stream, back up, gotta pick the spot. Fold in the chair, still sharp with it. They said go live, I ain't argue with. We was running like pit lane crew. Low talk, big facts, tight view. Angel, flow, no real steel. Sammy build frames, Caleb tail wheel. Did it start with a spark? Maybe. Now it takes whole weight like daily. No ranch, no noise, just balance. Receipts in glass, that's talent. Guests come through, got proof on deck. Timestamp clean, we don't gotta check. Chat go wild like a launcher hit, but we clear the line, let the point just sit. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Name in the mix, who talk like this? Take with no spine, we don't dismiss. We just let truth do flips like crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same fold locked in, clip too crisp. Run that back if the quote don't hit. It's all in the cut, not tricks. Scope got bigger, we're bound to grow. Talking patches, titles, even shows. Creators wild, views hit highs, but what's a climb if the base don't last? Got trap all place, fakeness. Told y'all straight, don't chase those bets. Wrestle nights, promos heat. We break cadence like we edit beats. Film take cold, one lingers twice. What flops on a rewind, lose that slice. Hardware rumors, now we split them. Price specs leaks me, don't just hit them. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Run that clip, who really like this? No cap, just cues in the docket list. If you ain't got facts, don't twist. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same 4 live, still talking slick. Angel, Nano, Sammy, and Kayla, we built this seat. Don't trip. Sam Trap War got tainted rounds. People vote like they planting ground. Spy tax, crap match names caught. We slow it all down like a framing court. Recast post, they become the dot. With a meta shift and the top get dropped. Call in, heat like a flame on cue. Found top real and the clips run through, but it ain't just take, it's the way we shift. If you can't cite source, it don't get lift. Don't play that loud if the brood ain't sound. If the tape don't cite, it won't stick round. Mike still warm, but we come with it. Crash outs where the con gets lit. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Same 4 chairs, same heat, same twist. Talk got depth, don't need no skits. We don't chase hype, we fix. Crash out, tap in, what did I miss? Said it once, might say it again. If the quote don't hold it, don't make print. Cut through noise, that's it. Mike's down. Docket photo. Next run already locked in. See it. Crash out.